Last time,
where's Dumbledore?
You guys made your way through the cities, leaving the rock soldiers from the caravan, and into what was known as Dead Pass.
Dead Pass, yep.
You guys made your way quickly through after. Does anybody remember the names?
Say that again, Juan.
The two cousins.
Tamriel.
Yeah.
And
Is it Johnny or some shit?
No.
Hey,
Jonathan.
Jonathan. Hey.
It's Johnny. Fuck off. It's Johnny.
But
It's my name. How I remembered it.
Jonathan.
Tamriel went and stabbed what looked like
Some kind of cameo.
ally or some sort that he was coming up to, and you guys had then
Which
ran
is pretty fucking brutal.
and
to be honest.
led all the way to the bridge.
My opinion of them went from like really low to like.
Yeah. You guys then
He saved
went.
kids from what that guy said.
All right. You guys then went to the first encounter upon the bridge. You guys chose a certain direction after coming into certain riddles, and now upon your second encounter, have met these two shadows. As Perrin has made his way through, walking around, you have come up to this hole, and after looking down, there was no hole before. It almost just came to out of nowhere. As you look at it, you notice that from the swirling mist and the dust around you, you see these dark figures. Oh yeah, that's Brian's new one.
Oh,
I forgot, yeah.
Damn, it's like a fuck. It's an actual Warforged model.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Black gold.
Yeah.
Black gold and purple. That shit's hot.
Yeah, I was like,
Hey, Carter, grab the map real quick.
I'm a big fan of my color schemes.
You saw that, right?
No.
I'd like to have a point of
Your
reference.
hand was in the way. Hold on.
alright.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Jay.
So,
I saw it.
last time you
It was like
guys
it happened.
left
It was
off,
cool.
I flicked it from here.
went perfect.
It landed where it needed to be.
They left you off with saying that you guys were basically not wanted here, and that you were to not be here on Cryptic's Pass. And that is where we left off in like a ghostly voice. Now, Perrin, you and I would say Tamriel are the only two that actually really see these figures. The rest of you just see this swirling, manifestation of all of this smoke around and these voices kind of echoing off. You hear the voices, but you don't necessarily see the creatures. This fog is so thick at, max distance, you guys can see 20 feet. So, yeah, you can barely not see them. So, what do you want to do, Perrin?
Oh boy, so they said we don't belong here. But okay.
They said, hang on, I think specifically, so you've decided to travel along the bridge. This is Cryptic's Pass, and you are not welcome here.
Well, okay. I'm gonna say, is this another challenge, a riddle or a puzzle there to be solved? Is that what your guys' job is, or is that just the main thing here?
This is no challenge.
No challenge. Okay.
Not for us.
Oh.
Cryptic's Pass is only for those who wish to lose their souls. You have
Probably catch the
come.
line.
Your souls are so pure. Except there's one. And it kind of just stops for a moment. Why have you come?
We're just seeking passage across the way.
Now, as you say that, what do the rest of you guys do? You guys kind of hear this, you hear Perrin speaking. I'll say Tamriel kind of makes his way up right behind you off to the edge, almost teetering on it. As he kind of goes up. Anybody else want to move? You can. And what'd you say?
You said Tamriel and Perrin can see them?
Yes, can see them.
Someone,
I'm gonna stay next to the guy who can transform.
Alright, so you guys move over, keep it very
Someone
close.
But yeah, what I said was we're just
Ribbon.
seeking passage
Ribbon.
across the way to Hexwell.
You smell that? I don't know what it is.
Hex. Wow. And you hear this kind of like low snarl from both of them kind of echo out at both of you as you see Tamriel making his way up closer. As he comes closer to you, you hear him whisper very quietly. What are we going to do?
I'm still trying to figure that one out, so give me a second.
I don't know if we're going to have a second. And you see the swirling manifestation beneath them. You see these large clawed hands. And you notice as it keeps talking to you, I need a wisdom saving throw.
As an action, I'm going to use Divine Sense to know the location of any celestial fiend or undead.
Well, you know
Are
where
they
I am.
celestial?
I'm over here.
Are they
This is
celestial
me.
fiend or undead?
They...
Oh,
Wait 1
gross.
second. They are undead.
17.
And mine is within 60 feet.
Oh, you're gonna
Yeah.
smite the shit out of these
So I can
guys,
see
aren't
both.
So as you
Even
do
if I
that...
move like here, I can see both.
You see him?
58.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Okay, so
60
you,
feet.
so you notice that through the fog, it kind of like emits just like this darkish, almost aura through the cloud. You can kind of just feel it. You can barely see through this dark, almost void. Now, as you said yours was a 17.
17, yep.
You feel this touch within your mind for a moment, and you shrug it off, almost like something's trying to impede within your brain. As you feel that, you hear a snarl from the creature, and then the other one whisks forward very quickly. As it moves, you hear, this one! It's making me very impatient. And then the other one, impatience, yes. Cryptic. It waits. He waits. You see the long claws moving forward. Give us a sacrifice.
Oh, okay.
Hug? Why would we do that?
I mean, what's he fucking done for us? Besides have a cool scabbard.
I feel like he's kind of fucking part to the story, probably.
Yeah, but we got these two new guys.
I'd rather sacrifice one of them.
Yeah, I would actually rather. Oh, that's a great idea. I mean, flush is good, but I'm willing to.
Poked. What's going on?
What's going on, old man? Hold on.
I see how much I've missed, and it's kind of making me. Okay.
Hey, wait, don't you have that fucking glowy sword, pug? Gildor says.
What'd you
have
say?
that glowy sword?
Yeah, he does.
You should fucking use it.
All right, I will. If I need to, I promise.
No, I mean like, unsheath that bitch now.
Okay, and you hear him kind of,
Oh no, not the long sword.
and it just kind of keeps it. But as you see it, it kind of, I'd say, very, uniquely just looks like his sword. He has it out, ready to go. Looks like it. Standing next to Jonathan. So, as you stand here, you see the creatures. They're gonna move a little closer.
Let's play a game of riddles, maybe. I don't know. You want to try that?
As you say that, give me.
We're just sitting here like, there's just like, he's just yelling at squirrels over there.
How about this?
Like,
Strike a
what the fuck's
bargain.
he doing?
Come
Give me a
closer to
wisdom
the
saving
paladin.
throw again.
Come closer to the paladin. Ooh, that's
That's not good.
that's not good.
That's not one.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh.
That's bad, yeah.
At this moment, you realize that as you say, let's play a game, you notice one of the dark essences. It disappears as it
Ah,
swirls
Fuck, I
right
got
inside
grogged.
your soul. As you feel it just overtake you, you see Tamio. What the fuck? He kind of takes a step back. You turn and you realize that your eyes are kind of just completely blackened over.
don't murder me, boys.
You,
Your turn.
Don't
Yeah,
murder me.
I'm within smiting this.
And your bag's health is not very high.
Well, parent, it was nice
as
knowing
this
my
happens,
lesson.
you see Tamriel. He pulls out his sword. You see this next to him. He turns, Dragonborn, your friend, and he kind of points his sword, and you hear the voice coming from now his and this dark creature as it turns towards Tamriel and you. You are not welcome on Cryptic's Pass. This soul, and many of these, shall be offerings. And as you see this, you see Perrin start pulling back a noosed arrow aimed right at you. What do you want to do?
Me?
Yep.
Can I smite defensively?
Smite defense.
At disadvantage, sure.
I break out for fight. Like, what the fuck, man?
As you say that, you see him kind of pierce through, and then no.
I can fight with non-lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
That's what I do. Alright, I'm rolling to hit, John.
I have broken leg.
There's a 19 hit.
You goddamn right it is.
Let's say he does something. That shit hits.
Alright.
Goddamn right that hits.
I'm one of these now. Oh man, you're lucky. There's a 3. 5.
8 damage to you, and at this
Are you
point,
gonna smite?
yeah. Okay, so Tamriel.
Oh, sorry, plus 4. 12.
Okay.
My bad.
Paladin.
Here we go.
I'm getting fucked.
Does it count as an undead when it's possessing him still?
No,
Okay.
it is parent.
Another 8 damage.
Another.
So 20,
12?
20 damage.
Oh my god.
All right, so as you
He has lay on hands ready.
you realize that it
He's gonna knock you out
nooses
and
and it roll to attack.
Roll attack. What am I hitting with?
Your bow.
My bow.
You're rolling as normal right into him. I
D&D
just
doesn't have disadvantage on range attacks in 5 feet, right?
Huh? Sharpshooter? That's not a sharpshooter thing. That's a crossbow expert feat.
So he said disadvantage.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, my disadvantage one roll again.
It was longbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think short bows don't have it.
Yep.
I don't know about the call. I thought it was just all range.
It might all
Plus
be
6?
It's either that or
15.
To hit no.
15?
No.
So you kind of feel poof, and it just kind of ricochets off, and then you will move back.
Does he get an attack of opportunity?
Yep. If you wish to take it.
Oh fuck.
As
Did
you
I try
hear,
to trip him? Can I do like a combat maneuver trip?
Yeah, you can.
Or did he teleport or run?
no, he's running.
Can I try to trip him?
Yeah, you can give me a attack to see if you hit him. Just a strike.
Probably not. That 12. Does 12 hit you?
Does a 12? No, I got 15.
Nope. So you kind of see, and he just, you kind of,
That
his,
hit me.
his demeanor just moves through as you slam into his leg. He just keeps running. All right, now at this point, let's roll for initiative on. Hang on, let me attack for Tamriel real quick,
I don't like that.
because he's going to
attack of
shoot.
Are we
Yep.
too far to be in initiative? Is that what you're saying?
No, Tamriel goes first because he's in this action, and then you guys will roll and go after this. He's gonna look at you, fuck this, and he says, Do I attack your friend or are we going after the ghost?
Just try to maim him.
Okay, he pulls out a short bow and he shoots it right at Perrin in the leg. It's gonna miss. You see it kind of just glances, barely missing. He's gonna move back a little bit towards this, and then what is your guys' initiative? And we'll just go ahead and it went you, and Jake, you'll go first.
I only have +1 though.
You're bold.
Well, Jake, you're gonna be top initiative anyway. I'm just gonna give it to you here, and then
Just because I just went.
yep, and then we'll go.
I got
with
14.
this.
Cold as hell.
Really?
I don't know.
It's pretty cold outside.
Close the window.
I don't-
Close the window.
No. I don't know.
It's not cold enough.
I don't know.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
I got 13.
You ever like?
You're me. You're
you're like-
me. So you don't need to roll. What'd you
You've
roll?
been warm on the inside,
Gildor?
cold
14.
on the skin. It's like
Yeah,
that.
you're-
Yeah.
All right.
Like one of the only things
So,
that's cold is like my hands or
These
something.
two wet.
Yeah.
All right. So this figure, as you see this shadowy figure, he's going to make his way towards you. As he does so, he moves up. As this motion, ghastly, moves towards you, you feel this as it goes to attack you. Let's see here. 19?
Yeah, it hits.
Alright. As you feel this touch, you feel this damage. As it pierces into you, take 17 points of necrotic damage.
Oh fuck.
As you feel this kind of rip apart, you hear, yes, Cryptic, yes! And then that will be the end of its turn. Alright, on to Orm.
Fucking okay. I am going. Nah, fucking never mind. They're too far apart. Then I'm gonna use my bonus action to turn into
Fairy fire.
They're too far. They're too far apart. I was already thinking about doing it.
It's alright, let him do his turn.
I thought about it, but he got possessed, so that kind of changed things. So I'm gonna use my bonus action. I think I'm gonna bust out the goat. Right? It's like a demon goat. It's fucking cool as shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna finally bust out that goat.
Been balling this one out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn into a Sangzor, which is this giant fucking like mountain ram, essentially. And then I'm going to charge John. So that'll hit. It's 18 plus a bunch. So 20 something to hit.
Are you moving?
Yeah, I would be moving 20 feet. Excuse me. Yeah, I'd be moving 20 feet in a straight line.
So as you charge, when you go right next to the edge, you kick off part of the stones and you slam into him.
Cool.
Non-lethal turn.
I mean, it's with horns. Yeah, they're ran. It's bludgeoning. If I recall.
Okay, yeah, it'd be bludgeoning.
Yeah. I'm not trying to fucking burn, but yeah. Trying to get
if you guys
breaks the entire
into the
you
diaphragm.
guys can get him down to like 1 HP, but eventually if you guys keep hitting him, he's gonna go unconscious.
Oh yeah,
Bleeding,
I mean,
ruptured, and
unconscious,
broken,
fine.
my
Dead is the problem.
Yeah.
So that hit. So I gotta roll fucking. That is this many. Fucking 3, 6.
Yeah, that fan makes a big difference.
7.
Good call with that.
9. 9 plus 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That's literally 12. That's out.
Yeah.
I'm out. That's
Hey,
it.
look at that.
So you just see him and he falls.
Nice.
You see the dark figure swirl around. It appears here.
Cool. Is he 10 feet away from me?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'll just use the last bit of my movement. Well, I have more than that. I think I have 50 feet, 40
Oh
feet.
shit!
40 feet, excuse me.
Wisdom saving throw.
Damn, this bitch.
You see this dark creature as you get closer.
And you have a bunch of wisdom.
You see
I was lucky the first time.
slightly bone structured features.
17?
Oh, that yeah.
You are unaffected.
Huh?
You are unaffected. You
That's
feel,
what I got the first
and then
time.
you pierce and you fend it off.
I'm gonna rear up and just fucking jab him with my fucking hoof.
All right. And you.
This is my bonus action. That's 20 to hit.
Oh yeah.
That's just fucking easily.
God damn, dude, we've been holding out on this goat thing.
7.
It's fucking badass.
7 bludgeoning damage.
I
Okay.
just hope he can break out
Anything
the
else?
giant toad.
That's it.
All right.
What?
Wait,
Gildor.
he does not take 7 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
because I used my bonus action to turn into the goat, so I don't have the bonus action attack.
Okay. I got you.
All that's gone.
Okay. So
Just-
right, caught
just-
it just
yeah.
for next time. All right.
I remember.
Get warmed up. It's okay.
Yeah.
I am going to Mind Sliver
Okay.
this one.
Okay.
And that's a 15 intelligence save.
Failed.
Takes 1 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
But
One
you get
damage.
minus 1d4 on your next save. So
Okay, that's something at least.
minus 2 on your next save.
Okay.
That's something. No, at least
All right. And now
God, I get fucked
you will see
all the time.
our boy
Someone else got
Pug
me talking.
and Jonathan. They will say from the back, "What?" You'll hear just commotion going on. What's going on? And as they do so, you'll see them move up. Pug's gonna go to about here. Jonathan's gonna come here. Jonathan, looking somewhat terrified, immediately nooses an arrow, shoots it at the guy right in front of you, into the ghost, and it'll miss. You see the shadow just open up a hole, arrow go right through. Pug, he pulls out his sword, he waits a moment, and it seems to be holding, but it seems as if he is somewhat ready to fight this time. That is it. Now it is on to Fuckness. On to you.
Alright, great sword into the.
Alright.
Oh, nat 20.
It's happened! It's happened!
Oh god.
So you might crit on an undead.
Do you have second level spell slots yet?
No.
Oh, that would even fucking better.
Let him have it.
So
Let him
12 damage from the sword. I'm gonna smite.
Okay.
So that's 24 damage from the sword.
Got to feel the holy dip damage.
Oh man, 8 and 6, 14, and it's undead, so I get another D8. Another 8. So 22.
And you see this
44.
creature
Yeah.
right before you.
This motherfucker.
And as this, you see this essence flow very faintly into the other creature. And you hear this creature almost shriek out as the other one inhales the other. Nice shot.
That's fucking badass.
All right.
Oh.
So anything else?
Paladins.
Why do you think I always like playing them so much?
They're good. They're good. They do one thing really, really, really well.
Fuck shit up.
I'm gonna yell to these guys like they're trying to get a sacrifice. Take them down.
A sacrifice for what? Pug says.
We don't know.
Sacrifice bad.
They came out at us with claws.
This one, it will turn to you one more time. Wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, that didn't work.
Fucking-
Here we go. No.
Where's that be? There it is.
Take the springboard out of that.
We would have conked heads if I went.
Oh, yeah. 17 plus 5.
Oh,
damn,
once
that's
again, you see it snarl and shriek out at you, and then form away. As it does so, it's going to go over
That's
to
suicide.
here.
Do I go smack it?
Yeah.
Nice.
That is
Fucking
suicide.
get in the goddamn thing! 15 plus 5,
Your aim's
20
off.
total.
Yep, that hits.
Neat. 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Decent.
Alright, now, I need you and the other two, just Tamriel to make a charisma saving throw. Oh, he fails.
12.
Ooh, you fail too.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so you see this creature as it moves up, ethereal, almost like in form. As it does so, you see it disperse part of its form, partial into you, into the other one, and this creature splits, and going in to both.
Oh, that's not good.
You notice that at this moment, though, the creature essentially lets out a loud hailing gas when it goes into each one of them. As they both turn, you notice that their eyes are once again blackened over, but I would say with a much more darkened intent. Their veins on their face are almost like black and purple. They both turn. He was going into Pug. As you see him take his sword, ooh, he will miss. He just slashes it, and Pug just ping, kind of glances it off. You are going to move up towards Jonathan. And at this moment, I rolled a 19. So he's going to slam into him. Roll your normal damage like you would, and use a smite. And then tell me the damage total. And then that is the end of that.
11. 15,
and Orem, it is on to you.
15, 20. So I can do 5, 10, 15, 20.
22. You see Jonathan fall.
Well, fuck. Wait, that's Jonathan? I thought that was Tamriel.
Nope.
No, that's Tamriel.
Yep.
Ah, shit.
Does
Jonathan-
that take my spell slot?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Isn't that all too?
Yeah. Well, I can use my channel divinity and get one back.
All right, Orem, on to you.
Okay. I don't know that. Fuck. I'm gonna circle around fucking John's body here.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25. And then I'm gonna do a 20-foot charge.
Up into there.
Versus Tamriel.
Yep.
I get a +2.
Do I need to save right now?
Huh? Well, if I hit,
Okay.
you'll have to do a strength save.
Well, I'll just do it now. I'm gonna fail it. No.
Ooh, 6 plus 5 is that 11 plus 2, 13 to hit.
That'll hit.
Then now you
I failed it.
Okay, sweet. You're knocked prone.
Okay. So you see, and it just slams.
Takes out the back of his knees.
Yes.
Say the 10.
Everybody be dropping on this map.
Yes!
Oh wait, you need a death saving throw.
No, he's here. He hasn't gone there yet.
We went 1.
Yeah.
That's true.
You need 1.
11 plus 3 is 14 bludgeoning damage.
Good.
You're
18.
Versus Tamriel.
Okay.
Yes.
He's okay. He coughs up a little bit of blood, but he's okay.
Now I get the bonus action attack
Okay.
with advantage because he's prone.
Yes.
Don't need it. All right, 18 plus
Yep,
5.
yep.
So that's just this. Fucking get on.
Cool.
Cool. Another 7 bludgeoning damage.
All right. So as you slam in,
That is my turn.
Ram style, horns it all. Gildor.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
If I hit one of these guys, are they still affected by my save debuff? Is that gone? I'm just gonna toll the dead on the guy that's prone. That's
Tamriel?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 15 will save.
He fails.
Sick. No, I need a D12.
Don't fuck it up.
I need 4 damage.
You. Wait, actually, you can't see him.
It's a hole. This is a hole.
Right. The fog.
Oh. Okay. I could see this.
Well, that was my problem. That's my fault.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't know.
Take 5. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. That's the encounter.
Product damage.
Yeah, just. Sorry for the first time I missed that.
Yeah.
So
That is it.
that is it. All right, we are back towards. He's down.
This is
so
his second.
he's gonna. Well, this is. I gotta do one for Jonathan. He's unconscious. He makes one. He's good on one. Pug turns and you see
Natural
him.
20!
Oh, and you see Perry.
Yeah.
Come back up.
Yeah, that happens at the start
Yep,
of your turn. So
exactly.
you get your turn.
So you are
Yeah.
good.
Dog.
I just wake up like, oh, let's not do that again. I don't like that.
Pug is going to do a medicine check onto Jonathan, and he stabilizes him and gets him up.
Good job.
All right. So at this
Holy
point,
shit, you did
that
stuff.
is where you guys are. John, it is your turn after. Fuck this, just so you know.
After
You're,
fuck this?
yeah, you're here.
Is John at the bottom? Oh, Joey is.
Yeah,
no,
Joey.
Oh, okay.
Joey is John. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm Joey.
No, you are Jake.
You're Jake. And then Joey 1 is John.
Pointed to me and said you are Joey.
John is the enemy.
Joe.
Okay.
John.
Yeah. Usually Joey's the enemy.
So,
but
fuck
today,
this.
Today
Alright, what's
John is Joey and Joey is John.
Your turn. What do you want to do?
Fucking rush out 3.
Oh, am I not?
You're going to slam into him.
I was saying, am I not
Choose. It
possessed
doesn't
anymore?
matter. You can choose. It's either one of them. No, you can't. You are. You are totally possessed.
Yeah,
100%.
Why am I choosing?
Yeah, you choose.
You want me to
It
choose,
doesn't matter. I don't care. Just
choose my friend's demise here?
Yeah. Because you still have
I mean,
knowledge.
you
of your
kind of want
character.
that sword.
Yeah.
You kind of
Yeah.
want that sheath.
That's why I'm giving you the opportunity to choose. I have control, but you have knowledge, so you can like, oh, I'm going over here. You know,
Try to fight it?
a little
Go
bit, yeah.
somewhere else?
I mean, you have something already within you that is tainting you.
Is it fighting back? Oh.
That's what I'm saying. He's got a lot going on here. So like, you can choose who you want to attack, but I'm
Like a
going to
good old
slam
tank.
one of them.
You're going to slam. I have to choose.
But I'm
I can't
slamming
run.
one of them. Oh no! No! I'm attacking one of them. Oh, which one do you want me to attack? And then I want you to roll all your.
Did you say
one of
Jonathan
them.
fell?
He did,
got
but
back up.
Yeah, he got back
Pug
up.
just saved him.
He's at 1 HP.
Pug
That
medicine
little
check.
sword's looking pretty good.
Alright, Pug, obviously.
All right, so you go towards him, and now roll to hit.
Well,
This might.
Nope, Pug it is.
I said it.
Here it is. He said it. Here we go.
Roll shit. That's a
Primary
7 plus 6, 13.
Ooh, you. And you notice it does hit him.
Really?
Yep.
Go ahead.
I see the distance.
Thank God. He
I
doesn't
don't have smite. I don't have
Nope,
spell
that's
slots.
good. That's probably a good
That
thing.
is probably fucking.
4, 10, 14.
Okay.
Thank
All
God he
right.
doesn't know about
So you
the
and Pug glances it slightly, and it kind of goes down to his leg. It skins most of his thigh and down to his calf. Ah! Fuck this! Why?
Did you say his name or does it say fuck this?
Oh, exactly. All right, on to you.
Woo! Alright, I'm gonna first action. I'm just gonna.
Can I respond?
You can, yeah. You can kind of like barely, you know, you can basic communicate. You can't elaborately. You can maybe get out like 2 or 3 words. Like, you know.
I'd be like, it's not me.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Fight it!
I'm gonna go ahead and cure wounds on myself.
All right.
Because I want to have like, what, 1 HP?
You have 1 HP,
Yeah.
yes. Do you want to move or anything?
Hey, that gives me at least 6 hit points.
All right, so you're up to 7. Or did you heal 5?
I healed 5.
All right, so you healed 5, so you're up to 6. You want to move?
Well, I can't get too much out of range because I gotta be able to see them because it's.
Right.
I don't think you can see him right now.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
you just know that there's commotion in this
That is the question. I think I'm gonna play the back game for right now. I need to heal up a little bit. So just.
You go. All right, so you and as you move a little bit that way, you reveal that the rest of the bridge does go on a little bit further in that direction. What else you guys got? As it is now. So, yeah, he's gonna get up. As he gets up, he's gonna turn to you, Orm, and he's slamming. 21?
That'll hit.
18.
18?
Yep.
Bludgeon. What kind of damage?
Slashing.
Slashing? Cool. Is it a magic weapon?
It will be infused with the necrotic damage of this creature, so yes.
Then, yeah. Damn.
Okay, you're gonna get, as you get slammed, you're gonna take
bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing
18
damage,
plus 4, so you're gonna take 22 total damage. Necrotic.
That's what you're still gonna go for, right?
I got 11.
Alright, and as that happens, you'll see Tamio for a moment. Please! Get away from me for a moment! And you see him kind of move his feet back towards the edge of the bridge. He's like, or towards the edge of the hole. I don't want to kill anyone! That'll be the end of his turn. Orm, onto you.
Knock him out.
Donk.
I mean,
Send him to necrotic jail.
no matter which one I hit, I'm gonna get +2. I'll just stick with Tamriel. He's been hurt more. Just fucking try and get him out of the fight.
Yeah, how much health do you have?
I think he hasn't taken any.
I don't.
No, he got hit for 17 or
I got hit once. Earlier.
This is against
You can tell me if
Tamriel?
you have more. Do you have more or less than half?
Less.
Okay, he's less than half.
13 versus Tamriel?
That'll hit.
Cool. Fuck. 7 bludgeoning damage.
At this moment, you will see him fall to a knee barely, and then almost fall, but then barely stand. He looks at you, and as a reaction, I need a charisma saving throw. This is at advantage. You felt this many of times, and at this point, you notice that you are no longer frightened from this feeling within your brain.
Not much better. 5?
5.
Oh no!
You feel this pierce
Yeah.
within your brain shriek as what is left of the essence in Tamriel goes out into you. Your body basically embraces as it just rips out of his eyes and his mouth just towards you and goes into you and just poof, you feel basically a wave of just necrotic entity hit into you, and you take 19 points of damage. As this hits you, you then see Tamriel starting to fall unconscious, his body wavering back towards the edge. Jonathan moves forward very quickly, grabbing his cousin right before he almost falls over. You see the entity leave your body, weakened. It falls, and as this almost dark essence just flows out, you come back to control, and you hear this essence as it leaves. He will be disappointed. And at that point, that's the end of combat.
We got our fucking asses kicked.
Ow.
Pug turns
This is
around.
why you don't fuck with ghosts.
Is everybody okay?
Corporeal undead, skeletons, zombies,
Take your word for
We'll
it.
bust some
ghouls,
ghosts.
vampires. Ghosts, don't fuck with ghosts. You can't
Oh, we had a magic trap that trapped ghosts.
Hey, I totally forgot to give myself my HP from leveling up.
Oh, yeah?
You get
For my
like
max
you get one in
HP. So
D10
it would have
plus
been
something.
another. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I rolled a 6.
Just re-roll it, goddammit.
I mean, you can just take the average. The average of a d10 is 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 You can take the average or roll.
Sure.
So I have 30. So I have a total of 38.
So you'd also get your con modifier for leveling up.
You don't want to re-roll it?
So it'd be 6 plus your con modifier.
He's like, no.
6 plus 3, so you can actually.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So you're at 41.
Alright, so at this point, you notice that the bridge does go on farther off into the mist of the distance. As you look on, you see that it goes the most foreseeable future, Parrot, as you're the only one that can see it. Now, Jonathan holding his cousin, slightly unconscious. Tamriel comes to, very weak though. Both of them pretty bloodied. Pug, somewhat injured. He looks around. Oh, how much further do you think this bridge is going to go on for?
Oh, I don't know. It's our first time going across this damn thing.
We walked. We only walked for like an hour.
Yeah.
It was not that long.
Maybe 2.
Yeah, about maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You're unsure. It's a lot of
Yeah.
mist.
And if that map spacing is correct, we got a lot of bridge to go.
Yeah.
It was a. It was. I mean,
Unless
the
it's
other
a
one,
magical bridge, which it is.
It is a very.
Oh, I'm not even. I'm just going like, who's not dead? Sound off!
Pug, we're not, and neither are the cousins. But, and he turns back. Yoda!
What?
Yeah, he's alright.
Yeah, I hear him.
So, I think we should keep moving. And he kind of looks at the cousins. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to make it very far. We maybe need to... I don't know if we can rest on this godforsaken place, but
We gotta find something.
we maybe need to find a place sooner or later that we can rest.
I'm gonna use another cure wounds on myself, and then I'm
Okay.
gonna try maybe scouting ahead just a little bit, just to
Okay.
see if maybe we can find somewhere to hoist stuff right now, because we got our asses kicked.
I'm fine.
Fuck you,
I'm
Gildor.
decent.
I'm okay.
Gilder's like...
We probably just need like a short rest.
Something. Yeah, at
I
least a
also
short
get
rest.
my spell. I didn't use a spell slot.
Alright, so, you guys moving on?
It's plus cool. I mean, do we want to take a short
I'm
rest?
at 10 HP.
I'd rather not take a short rest here.
No, that's why I'm scouting ahead. I'm gonna try and
Yeah,
find a good place.
Yeah, we have like 2 people at 1 HP.
Yeah, wouldn't hurt.
So,
I'm gonna.
You want to scout up?
yeah, I'm gonna scout out a little bit.
Alright,
do you need
so-
to roll
I'm gonna
stealth?
lay.
Yeah, if
I'm
you
gonna
want to
lay
stealth
on
up,
hands.
yes.
Who has 1 HP?
Both of them.
Jonathan and Tamriel?
Yes.
How's everyone else?
Pug,
Okay.
Pug seems to be a little bit below half from what you can tell. He's a little bit beaten. You slammed the shit out of him, kind of.
Okay, I'm gonna give them all 5.
Alright, so
1,
you
2, 3.
feel... And they both kind of feel better, and Pug is a little bit over half now.
12.
Okay, so you stealth and make your way up. As you make your way down towards the bridge and the mist kind of disperses, you don't really hear anything. It's very quiet. As you make your way forward, though,
short rest
you
or a
see
long rest that I get.
a left and a right forming before you. The exact same pathing, evenly, from what you can tell, both just kind of disperse into the void. Doesn't seem like there's any difference from what you can tell.
I'll come back and then I'll get them to come forward.
Okay, so you come back, you relay this to the party. Pug's like, Well, he kind of looks up, unable to see the moon or the sky or anything. I do not know what time it is, and I'm starting to lose track of the day. If we travel much longer, we may get lost. Who knows how far, like you said, this bridge goes on. If we keep going, does anybody have a way to even get out of here? Many of you have magical abilities, but do you have any scrolls, any way to get back to a town in case we are lost?
Wait, hold up. You have any idea how fucking expensive something you just fucking asked for is?
But this is our lives, Gildor. You can see that
yeah!
he's slightly
Tell me the
starting
last
to
time-
panic, Gildor.
Tell me the last time you came across like a 20,000 gold scroll.
Actually, I've seen a few in my day.
We didn't buy them.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe in like a store or
All right.
experienced adventurers.
Let's just move on. I'm getting tired of listening to this one talk. Let's move forward if we are going to. The cousins agree. Pug kind of looks at you, even though you are right. He doesn't want to admit it. You guys make your way forward. Which way? Left or right?
Oh, I was just gonna bring them up to the pass. and
Okay,
we
so you
decide
guys
from
make
there.
your way up forward. You guys see two pathways leading off about 20-25 feet off in the mist. Both even and flat.
Okay.
It's adorable.
So even if there's just two pathways.
So
Is there anything that we can see, like another riddle or something like that.
Any
Choice. That's it.
Okay.
I'll be honest. There's nothing here. They're the exact same. This is all flat out choice.
I'd like to try the water bit again.
Yeah.
Anyone have like a water skin?
I do. I still have a little bit more.
Yeah.
Water what?
Like
Water skin.
Like water skins poured out because we're
You have it. You have the Adventurers Explorers package
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
So you guys kind
It's only
of
just a
sit
little bit
down,
more.
really, and
flat, perfectly flat. That's what I assumed was gonna happen, but well, or it was the left path that was the low path. So you can continue. Typically within labyrinths, anywhere you're lost, you want to stick left. So when in doubt, left, I guess.
I mean, we had a major decision to make the last time. So, like you said, we should probably stick left.
I would think so.
If we chose the path of
Where the water went.
It's just flat. Is it like? Is this bridge like?
it was
cobblestone?
supposed to be more riddly, right?
well, it was lower in the elevation,
Yeah.
and when you went,
Slightly
it was,
easier, but messes
right,
with
slow.
your head.
It was slow and kind of slower pace, but should be safe. But he failed a stealth check.
What?
I was just saying paired. Anyway,
Oh.
so what were you saying?
You did both paths are flat.
Yeah. They're
flat.
there is no lower elevation here.
Well,
The stones are like cobblestone or like
Yeah, it's
white
like just like bridgestone. Yeah,
like a
just
brick.
like a bridge stone.
Bridge.
You kind of, even if you go and think you've been walking around and you've seen it, there's nothing even underneath it. It is literally, from what you can tell, just like a mid-floating bridge that's attached.
Forgot. Okay.
well, we can try going left. I'm down to try it.
Wait, are you implying that if we like if he goes here, he plummets?
Yep.
To the surface world.
Yes.
There's no railings.
No.
rope.
There's no wall. Nothing. You guys only saw.
Wait, does that mean
walling.
there's wind?
Where's
Yes.
this bridge being held up? What is this
That's-
bridge being held up?
Okay.
You're not sure.
The wind hasn't been a factor yet. Not enough to dissipate the.
No, that's just an important thing for me understanding what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we were in a tunnel that was encompassed with magic. So
No, last session we said that there's no walls. You guys had
big
only
over there.
one wall that was holding up the gates in the beginning, and since then you're just walking on a pathway encumbered with mist, just completely
Fuck, I don't have that spell
fogged
prepared.
and mystified.
Damn.
Everything. You just see what's walking before you.
There's a spell that would have helped in this exact situation, but I just don't have it prepared.
I mean, we could have it prepared.
Stay left.
But is that a safe option? Probably not.
Probably not.
So we go left.
Stay left.
I'd say we just keep going left.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Loud dice. Don't like that sound.
Left means you roll. You get a 7 white dragons.
I bought more since the last game.
We're in the pterodactyl cage from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Were those actually pterodactyls?
Technically, you could call them because those were modifications because they actually did have teeth. So you could call them that. Yes, that actually would be a perfect name for them.
Okay.
If real ones, no, pteranodons. But they gave them teeth.
Did they? Oh, pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl means
Pteranodon?
flying like lizard
Yeah.
with teeth.
Yeah. Okay.
you guys make your way here.
We're falling.
Yep.
Let me bring the. You want to bring them all
I
back?
got you.
Okay.
All right. So.
I was like that.
You guys make your way after about, I'd say, an hour-ish long walk. Very quiet. You just hear subtle, eerie sounds of the wind swirling off in the distance. You guys reach this point. As you reach this point, the mist kind of lays low for a moment.
Can I just peer over the edge real quick?
Oh, you can do more than that.
And be
You
like,
come to just a small opening where the mist kind of just seeps away for about 2 or 3 seconds, and you see off as you look left and right to the bridge where it just drops off under the moonlight. You can see off in the distance just rows of bridging, different layers, different altitudes, different sizes. Just you look to the right and it's just layers upon stacks. and then you see it just swirling off within the mist as it goes around. You see it just for a moment, and then you walk by, and the mist kind of drapes it over, and it falls out of your vision. Pug looks at you. He puts his hand on your shoulder. Did you see how many bridges there were?
Hey, at least we know what time of day it is.
After about 3 more seconds, you see another passing, and then you see some of the bridges off in the distance. They start rotating, and then some, and they lock into position, and then some sink and moving around. Nothing moving them other than just the air and the movement around them. As the mist pursues on, you sit here. Nothing impedes your vision anymore other than the mist as it slowly comes back after about 5 seconds. You're back in this heavily fogged area. You see in front of you what looks to be 2 small, like little stone ledges, almost like kettlebells without the handles lodged onto the end of your platform. That's about all you can see in front of you, about right here. Now, give me an investigation check. At disadvantage, unless you're proficient.
I am proficient.
Very good.
It doesn't matter.
What do we got?
12 with my pluses.
Okay. Investigation.
10.
Okay.
Who cares? My fucking 18 intelligence. I'm gonna roll like shit.
We all been there.
All right. So, as you guys, what was yours?
10.
13.
Cool.
12.
13. So, you can just ascertain as you look around and as the fog and the mist kind of dissipated and came back, this might be some sort of pathway, but that's about all you see on this platform other than the pathway you had just came from.
Mm-hmm.
It looks as if it just goes forward, and from what you can tell, unless you get really close to the edge, from what you can see on your platform, that's about all you can tell is these large kind of pillar-ish. They come up maybe to about 2 feet tall, and that's about it. They kind of just dissipate into the fog.
Wait, something about pillars? What now? What?
Like not pillars, but like shin-high stone. The kettlebell size, like stone slats that are kind of, I'd say 4 or 5 feet apart, just kind of slammed right in front. You guys can see it about right here, unless you guys get right up to the edge.
So behind us has just been a featureless stone bridge.
Yep.
And this is the first feature
thing. Yep.
we've seen in like almost an hour.
About an hour, yep.
That raises suspicions. You said they're just like wooden, or not wooden, stone,
like slats, like
fence posts.
Yep, almost, but
Okay.
about 2 feet high.
Okay.
1.5 to 2 feet.
Okay.
That way.
Thank you. Fuck this. Yes.
Do you want to go up and look?
Yeah.
Slowly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you make your way to the edge. As you move your way up, you make it to about right here, and as you get right close, you notice that that fog is a lot thicker as you get here. You can see maybe 10 feet, and now you see the beginnings of what looks to be like a stone cobbled bridge. Very narrow, but you can see it maybe comes up 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet at max. And as you look off, it just kind of fades away into nothingness, just fog.
Only one way to go.
I'm gonna touch one of the stone.
You reach over and you kind of touch the one on the right.
Just start feeling around to see maybe if something will boost.
Just very smooth, actually, from like the condensation and the precipitation there. It's over time is just kind of softly formed
the
these.
erosion from air.
Yeah,
and
it's just
everything.
very smooth stone here.
Oh.
Nothing, no erosion, no, I would say dirt or anything on it. Just very clean stone slabs holding up. From what you can now see is the beginning of just makeshift cobbled bridge that kind of just extends.
Does the bridge narrow?
It's about 5 feet wide.
Okay. So it's narrower than what we're currently
Any
on.
railings?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Only one person could go.
You'd have to maybe go in single file. If
Yeah,
you
that's what I
wanted to
meant.
stack, yes.
Single file.
Is there any railings?
Maybe 2 about your shin, about 1.5 to 2 feet high.
That seems like an awful amount of railing.
I'll go first. How about that?
So
How big is he?
Knocks you into that.
How big are you?
He's about what? You're 5. You're.
Yeah, I got it right here. I can flip the goddamn paper over. This table mat is preventing. I'm 5'7".
Yeah, I was about to say I was almost said 5'6", but it's like what 150.
In case these things decide
135.
to shift, how about you hop on my back and we'll step on together?
Yeah, so we lose both of you at once. Sick.
I mean, I was gonna.
Would you rather be stranded or with me?
I was
Hey,
gonna suggest.
What
Holy,
part of we're on a bridge in the sky, you get
holy
you
badass horse.
fall. It's like miles and splat.
If what?
If
If
you fall,
Okay.
it's
He just won't fall.
you're just dead. There's no stranding. Like
If he stepped, I'm saying if he stepped on this bridge
And it moved. Like
and
say
it
were
moved
to-
immediately,
Yeah.
he would be by himself off to who knows where.
Well, I think I'm gonna take my chance with a badass one-shot cannon here. Let's go.
He would just
All right, so you.
Can I carry him? Is basically.
Oh, you're a big guy. Yeah, I'd say
It's up
so.
to you. Are you willing?
Yeah, I'll hop on his
Okay, so
shoulder.
you
roll for it.
Woohoo!
you're a big enough guy. So you give him a little tally ho, and you get up on his shoulders. After a few moments, you guys start making your way across the bridge.
The ultimate curation.
Now,
Do we want to tie each other together?
I don't know. Do
We
you?
got rope. What's your opinion?
it's too late.
I mean, it's not though. These motherfuckers can walk out by themselves all they want.
Yeah, but I don't have rope, and I'm pretty sure
I got rope.
You got rope.
I got rope.
I got 50 feet of rope. Yeah.
Mine is 10.
Tamriel and Jonathan.
I think I have
What
50.
are we doing?
Hey,
Do you want
don't
to
get
fall off a bridge?
I mean, and he kind of starts pushing his way forward. I'll go if I need to.
All right, Mr. Snippy.
I mean,
I
all right.
don't hear you make any suggestions.
Okay,
Let us
I'm
go
trying
with
to
the
get
plan.
you. In this moment, I'm actually trying to get you out of here alive.
Same, and I'm trying to get out of here.
That's fair.
And I'll go in here after seeing what the fuck just happened.
Yeah. Good.
After seeing all these bridges,
Sorry.
they're gonna keep moving the longer we take.
Well, we're
We
supposed to
need.
go. We're supposed
Okay,
to go
and he
slow.
just kind of starts walking.
We're supposed to go slow.
He's done.
All right, bye.
He pushes up. Are you gonna let him pass? Or are you going? This is you.
Yeah.
This is on you. You're up here.
Let him go.
All right, he's going. You just see him. He walks and he dissipates into the fog. You see him leave
You
off
hear a
into the
clack and
distance.
If we're tying, we do it now or we go.
Wilhelm scream.
I'm not. I was just wanting to make sure it wasn't. Everyone knew it was an option, but if nobody's interested, it's fine. I wasn't committed to the
Pug's like, I mean, I'll tie off on someone. If I fall, I'm not gonna be able to make it back up.
It's heavy.
It could turn into like I'm gonna tie. All right, Pug. If you're signing up, sure. Pug and I will be tied to each other with.
I will also be there.
All right.
I am a little
Buddy system.
skeleton.
I will be in the middle of the two of them then.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
I'm gonna set him down.
double up the amount of rope around me and have a smidgen of
Set you
slack
down.
so that if I did shapeshift into something heavier, it would. Yeah.
Yeah. I got you. All right. So are you guys all tethered up?
Sure.
Jonathan's
Might as
kind of
well.
still sitting here looking, and he's like, he's fucking crazy.
Come on, Jonathan. Guide up. Let's go.
All right. He goes back and goes with you. You guys making your way across?
Yes. Let's go.
All right. So you guys
Down the bridge.
all start making your way across. I need acrobatic checks from everybody.
Advantage. We are proficient.
I had 20, the shittiest
yeah.
thing
Yeah.
ever. 21.
I somehow didn't fucking take acrobatics.
And what is your guys' order?
That makes sense. I'm not looking up fucking stuff.
Acrobatics or athletics? Or it has to be
Nope. Acrobatics.
Oh, okay.
Sure. I'll put them up here.
I'll go first, I guess.
I'm in the middle of Pug and Gildor. I know that for a fact.
I'll just be behind.
Hey, don't. I'm gonna reset her. I'm
You
gonna
get
reset
behind
her.
me
I was
and
just-
be
I
the-
was just like-
be the center
Redo it
for
now.
Jonathan
Redo it
and
now because I reset her.
What?
Kind of like how
You
he's doing it for those two.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
That's
Just
why-
fuck it.
That's why I said.
We know what they
yeah,
are.
You know what they are. Yeah. All right. So you make your way up now. As you guys.
19, by the way.
19.
21.
Nice.
13.
13.
Ooh, so both of you two. You guys are both
The most
making it.
important ones, fuck me.
And you both barely hold on, almost veering off the shins. Almost got you. All right.
Damn shins.
Now, as the wind kind of picks up for a moment, You see a swirl. Now, who is first? That's the only one who... Okay, now you. Who would then be probably next?
Me.
You? Okay, so you two, as you guys make your way up, as Jonathan is very close behind, you guys all three make your way, and you hear, shh, quit moving. As you guys get closer, you notice that the area in which you guys had just gone up to now opens up. You see it opening, and as you do so, you see Tamriel off to the side. As he does so, he sits there. You see him barely knelt down on one knee. I shouldn't have gone out here, but I just stepped on this plate. And something sunk about a quarter inch down. I heard it go and I have not moved. Do not step out here yet. You see him kind of take his sword, and he goes to put it down in between, and then he stops. What do you think I should do?
I'm gonna...
How much you weigh?
About 150. 155 maybe with all my gear.
I just want you to know you owe me a rotting dwarf corpse.
A what?
You heard me. You're gonna pass this down the line.
Oh god, if
My magic, my bag of holding.
Okay.
Get that dwarf out.
Oh, that is a bad...
Party bounce him down.
Oh, he shit himself!
I'm gonna give this to Jake and tell him to get the dwarf out.
Alright, so you
Don't ask
pass
questions,
the bag
just go
down.
with it.
You have the bag. Now, you gotta tell him what the envision of which dwarf, so he can...
I only have one dwarf.
I
The
know,
other
but
one's a
he needs to
goblin.
know what it is when he's reaching into the bag.
Yeah, you need to pull the dwarf corpse that you watched me put in the bag out of the bag.
Pull it out.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, so you and you reach in and and you immediately, oh god, it is rancid. I mean Constitution saving check. Like roll for this. This is horrible.
Oh no.
Oh god.
That's a 4.
You vomit everywhere. Just everywhere. Just start throwing up. You add a
Over the edge.
slimy ichor right on top of the dwarven corpse that you're pulling out. You pull it up, and a couple more chunks come out. The bag slime with it now. You kind of pass it back. You pull it out and you slap him down a little bit, and
So,
you have this corpse
Are we
now.
moving up? We gotta
You should toss the corpse. to
toss
him.
the corpse, yeah.
Hopefully it stays together.
This is fucking genius.
It's rotting corpse.
I'm gonna ask
But it's the heaviest thing I got that can
I'm gonna ask
replace his
Tamriel,
body when
like,
he don't
which
have time.
path did you take to get there?
I followed along the edge of the bridge, right to. He's in the very corner. I know it doesn't look like it, but he's
Right.
He's
So
like-
we're like what, 15
Push
feet
him
away
to
from
the
this
corner
guy?
so you can see it. Yeah. You're like,
Alright,
if
so...
you skip the gap, I'll just say it's a 10, 15. It's a 15-foot toss. Let's say.
It's far too
I'd say I'll lead the way. We'll tippy toe this best we can, you know. So I'll try to
I'll
stop it.
say if John is in front of me, say we step out of here, can we just get to here and then he duck and I just toss him over John? That way I'm like,
I mean,
Right
you
here.
can certainly try.
And then he tosses me to the abyss.
The corpse just bounces
so way I'm not trying
into the.
I'm not throwing a dwarf just off it. And you're pissed.
Like, you son
All
of a
right,
bitch.
so you guys are both going out very carefully.
Yep. And
And
just
you're
he said along
walking-
the edge, so we're
Yep.
just gonna go along the edge.
Now,
Go and toss the fucking corpse.
Aaron, as you and then fuck this, both of you. You guys go out. You guys hear this, and you can feel this platform almost pendulum-y. Slowly, now that you guys are on it, as you see it start to pendulum, you immediately notice Tamriel. Whoa! Stop! And then he kind of leans towards you guys. Whoa! And as he does so, it still keeps.
Throw the dwarf corpse.
Throw it on the other side. Yeah, throw it like maybe we gotta bounce
back
it
here.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta bounce it out.
Alright.
Is that what you're doing?
Turn and whip it.
What's
As far as it allows.
All right, so you turn. Give me a. Ooh, I'll give you an athletics or a.
I'm doing athletics.
Yeah. Okay.
Or strength, whichever one.
Yeah, whichever one you want. Athletics or give me an athletics check.
Athletics.
Yeah, you're throwing some like a heavy bag.
Yeah.
Are you proficient in it?
Yeah, 17 plus 6.
Okay. So you throw it. You notice that it kind of falls from your hands when you apply force. It doesn't quite go as far as you want, but you notice he kind of leans forward and he catches this dwarven body, just bones as the skin just.
Wait, no! I'm throwing it back.
Oh, you're going the other side.
Yeah, trying to level out the pendulum.
So you throw it and it just slumps. Doesn't do enough. It's still.
We gotta move forward. We gotta move forward now.
You don't. I seen this is like the where the bridge meets this platform is this like side
Here.
raising it all.
No, this is all. Can you guys see the difference between the map, the bridge, and the
A
fog?
little bit, yeah.
Oh,
So
all the way
wait,
up
so
here?
John and I would be feeling this too, right?
Here. Here.
Here you go. Okay. Yeah. Is like this rate? This is raising up. Is that
Yeah,
okay.
coming up, it seems like, yes. Now, you guys at this point, now that you guys are kind of here, as the wind is moving, you guys can see off to the edges a little bit farther that the platform extends even more. Yeah,
There's the dwarf.
corpse.
Oh, wait a minute. I have a token worm.
Yeah, there he is. Dead dwarf body.
We need like some more weight on the other side to equal the side because we are sinking over here.
Yeah, I'm more than willing to walk up there to counterbalance it.
We got to untether.
No, we keep tethered. We all
No,
just
yeah,
walk
keep
in a
tethered.
line this way instead of single file.
That's not
And
a bad idea.
Now,
there's
to balance
this
it out,
thing
he can
keeps-
shapeshift.
Move. We are about to fall.
And then it starts getting off to the edge, and you think, holy shit, and then it stops. And you hear this, and it starts tilting back the other way. And you see Tamriel. What is going on? What do we do?
Is it a clock?
I don't know. Tamriel still hasn't moved. He's still on this random
Everybody's
question.
just, yep.
He's still sort of
I have
played
a-
down.
I have a question.
He hasn't gone all the way in yet.
I have
He's just waiting. It's not lodged in yet.
I have a question
He
on
started and then he's
how
like,
on how a spell would work.
what's up?
I have a spell. It's literally called Find Traps.
Okay.
It doesn't tell me the exact location, but if I used it, would it tell me the number of?
I'd say up into what you can see in this area. It wouldn't-
We would verify that is he on the trap? If
That is within line of sight.
Yeah.
Rough. Fuck. That sucks. Yeah, I will walk. Then I will fucking bring Gildor and Pug. All right, we're gonna walk. We're gonna like walk here, and you said there's about 10, 20
As soon as
feet.
you guys walk, it starts picking up. I need
Really?
everybody to give me a acrobatics check.
Really?
15.
I don't know how this shit works. Terrible. Bad.
Bad. At this point, you see stone start coming down this side. You see kind of scattering across the bridge of this huge platform as it rocks back. You notice that as it boulders through, it kind of misses as this is freshened rock or debris being broken down. And as you see it kind of roll down and it starts breaking back the other way, it starts leaning back a huge, 45, almost 50 degrees. People start pugging, the cousins start leaning, and you all start leaning in. What are your guys' saves?
Oh, shit. Bad.
Shit,
Yeah.
you guys all start sliding. Everybody who failed less than a 17, because this is speeding up. At least.
Yep.
Go. Move, help me move everybody that way. just a
Tamriel
little
move?
bit. Yes, that's all
Yeah,
I
we're all
was getting
tied
ready to
together.
say. Well, Tamriel's not. And at this
Yeah,
point,
okay.
Tamriel, you see him, and he caught off guard. He slips off the pressure plate, and at this point, you see his body dislodge off it. And as he does so, here we go. Now we're in session, boys. He falls off. You see the plate just, and then you hear a loud. It kind of echoes for a second as you hear it, like something almost shatters. You feel a couple scattering of rocks come from this direction. It seems as if they flew from a decent direction and you got maybe a decent, length before they hit you. but still hits you at a decent speed. As they fall before you, see tons of rock debris just like almost a grenade at some point in that direction went off on stone. As it kind of, you see Pug turn. What are we doing? He almost turns. Should we get off of this? It's getting worse.
Try that.
Try that, yeah.
Give me intelligence
No,
checks, because I can see that you guys are possibly completely
No,
stumped.
forward.
I assumed it was like a fucking balance thing,
Yeah,
but
me too.
then that didn't work.
No, it got worse with more people on it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are we a fucking scale or something like that? Is that what this?
I don't fucking know.
Would you roll?
I assumed if we were a scale, we'd be trying to
10.
balance it out. 11.
You can maybe
You said
tell that it
intelligence?
has something to possibly do with either where people are standing or maybe at what point people go on or how many people are possibly on
18.
here. You kind of can discern that it might have to do with how people are either associated or how many people are on the platform. It seems to increasingly be worse the more people are on it now.
Okay.
So let's back up.
Yeah, let's just start with everyone back off the fucking thing and see what happens.
Okay, so you guys slowly, but at this point it kind of... Now, as you guys slowly recede back, you guys make your way.
Nobody's on a pressure plate. So
Nope, you're good. Yep.
It's all over this
Dead body, he's just thrown.
We're dragging that.
Yep.
It's over there.
Dead body's just gone off
Yeah.
the freaking map. The thing's...
No, my
Yeah. Now, as you guys all make your way, the teetering stops. After about 10 seconds, you notice that the bridge slowly comes back to a calm surface again.
Okay.
The cousins look at you. Pug. All right. Pug says, we must maybe go one at a time.
I like that idea.
At that point, you guys are turning around. Give me perception checks.
Garbage. 6.
13.
15.
Okay, so you two, you guys hear one sound from this followed by sounding like something drop. You hear on the other side another. And then
They sound like footsteps.
sounds like rocks.
Something drop.
Okay.
Okay, rock golems. Well, I have a plan.
Perrin's like, I'm ready for the worst.
We're gonna fucking
I'm gonna
push
say,
him off,
what
and then
was
we're
that?
gonna make the other one fall off.
I mean,
And can I use Divine Sense? Celestial, Undead, or Fiend?
I mean, you can if you wish to. Yeah.
I have some ink.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be willing to? Essentially, you would go forward.
Mm-hmm.
See if you can figure out if a tile in front of you is a pressure plate. Then you would take the ink and mark it if it was. It would be very slow, but it would be the safest choice.
I could try. I'm probably the lightest of us all.
Yeah. I mean, I could try as well. Either or. You want to do it?
I think we have to do it in the walking order we're in.
Which I
Because
wasn't.
we're in a
Yeah, everyone,
ankle bridge.
yeah, everyone's kind of fucking.
So we can't take, it's gonna be him and then him.
Unless we untether.
I just kind of fucking threw
No,
everyone there.
even if we
You mean just in general?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's not enough space here for us to maneuver like that.
So I guess yeah, I'll go first. Give me the ink and.
Yeah, I will.
Are there
We'll
celestial,
telephone
Undead, or
down.
Fiend within 60 feet of me?
I'll telephone down this fucking bottle of ink and like an ink pen. And so, see if you find any fucking pressure plates.
I know there's one down there to the left. So.
Yeah, we know that. Good luck.
I'm just gonna. Once I'm on, I'm just gonna kind of hang back a little bit.
Yeah, that works. Untether me, might as well, because I don't think this goes out for very far, and I can't drag you all out of there with me, because I feel like that's probably gonna make it worse.
Correct.
I mean, we can still go on, and I can still stand back, and people can still move around me. If well, I guess I'd have to follow you.
So this is dangerous and perilous. Let's fucking do it.
All right. So you making your way out? All right. So you step out. Now, as you step out, see, as you focus your vision a little bit further, as you view off, and you can see that the bridge and whatever this platform is definitely goes on further straight. Where are you going?
All right, we're gonna move left here.
Okay. You're good.
I'm gonna do my best to just copycat
Watching.
AF.
All right. So you're watching.
Because I don't want to stumble.
I mean, yeah, that is an option. Instead of marking the
Now.
traps, you can mark the safe ones.
At this point, you make it and you see Perrin disappear through the fog.
How far away is he from? Like, how much slack do we have?
You still there?
He's untied.
Yes, I'm still here.
Wait, we did.
Perrin untied.
I'm tied
You
myself.
untied yourself?
Yes, this is because we can't. The rope isn't that long. So if we're gonna do this,
Well, that's why I thought I was right behind him. That's why I said I was gonna like. I'm not.
Well, that's why I was okay. Well, do you want to walk up behind him?
that's up to you.
I'd say following him would be the best. I don't want to get split again.
Okay, so you step up and you make your way out onto the platform, and as you do,
I was just following exactly like what.
Yep,
Well,
you-
I guess I'll wait. Like, okay, I'll step out.
You step
see
out?
what happens.
you step out, and as you do, you hear it.
Okay.
You step back.
Yeah.
Yes, and bye. So you make your way back under the bridge. All right, yeah. Here, I'll give you. So at this point, you can make your way if you're moving forward to here.
So I'm gonna use the ink pen and actually just draw a trail on what works and what where I'm going, and then I'll make an X on what isn't good, and then circle on what's right.
I mean, it's just rock. It's ink.
Yeah.
Even if he's not using the pen, he can finger paint.
So yeah,
it.
you just kind of dab your finger and you just drop a couple on where you're going
Yeah.
safe. You weave a pathway and where you're going now. At this point, you look up and you see another similar, like 2 slats of stone. Most likely another bridge on the other side. But at this point, you hear a as it emanates now that you are out here. You hear it echoing a little bit, and you feel the rumble on the floor, almost in like a rhythmic pattern. They seem to be making their way closer as you feel the rhythmic beats getting boom. I'd say you can feel them. They're probably within 50 to 60 feet. One on your left, one on your right. Can't see anything. Just a complete mist wall.
I'm gonna go left.
You're good.
I'm gonna go forward.
All right, so you make your way up, and you can finally start seeing the other side of what looks to be another bridge. You still see or hear. At this point, they seem to be possibly getting close to the vibrations and the rumblings. Now you can see some of the sediment kind of kicking up out of the inside of the bridge in between where the rocks and the cobble lay together, shaking, and you feel it almost shake the rest of you, though. You kind of just sit there. You're just looking off into the mist. You don't hear this. You don't even feel it.
I'm gonna get to the bridge.
Okay. At
We
this
didn't
point,
hear the stomping. Did he?
at this point, you make your way across,
We don't know this time.
and you safely, and you step onto the bridge,
It might be the platform.
and you're fine.
Well,
I shall out. I said, follow the ink path.
We heard thumping.
Now,
It sounded like-
as you turn
Yeah.
and you yell, follow the ink path, you hear this,
It's a thing.
and then you hear another one on the other side.
Oh, okay then.
We all heard that?
Really
Yes.
should probably hurry up on that one.
Pug turns.
Follow the ink path, bud.
What the fuck was that? He turns and he grabs his sword once more and he pulls it back out.
Well, go for it, bud.
I'm gonna go find out.
You're gonna go find out.
Oh my god!
You're gonna find out.
Alright,
Well, I don't,
so you step out,
whether I
What do you
go
do?
searching or not, I'll
Yeah.
find out.
Yeah.
And if I don't, I
Okay.
don't.
Alright, what are you doing? You step out?
I'm gonna follow the ink path slowly
Okay, so you make your way.
with my sword in my hand.
Yep, you got it. Now that you step out, you hear boom, boom. Well, definitely a little bit quicker than possibly what I was describing earlier. You don't know this, but it's a little bit hastened. You're like, whoa. You feel the vibration. You can feel your legs almost like shaking, like a little bit of gelatin in them as you're walking. The vibrations. You can hear now. Off to your left and right, almost, I'd say maybe 30 or 40 feet. You can't see anything, but you can definitely feel something. How far do you want to keep moving? How far do you want to make it out? Okay, we make it to about halfway. We model about halfway. At this point, you feel something different. The footsteps not only say make it 1 or 2 closer, but now you feel a...
Oh, fuck, they got weapons.
something almost like dragging as it's walking.
It's fucking
At this point, give me a perception check.
What'd you say?
It's fucking Tryndamere.
17.
Okay. At this point, you can kind of see a little bit farther off into this fog. As you look and see, you can almost make out something large. I'd say almost 30, maybe 35 feet in height off to your left. You just hear...
I'm just happy I have a second character ready. That's how vicious this is.
You know, real talk though, when the D&D movie comes out sometime next year, they better have a character die and just come back in
So
the next
can
year
I
as a
make
different
it-
characer. That'd be hilarious.
Like, can I make it 10 more
Do the
feet to the
landfill
edge?
beer fest joke.
I mean,
How
that,
fast?
like, slow. Same pace as before.
You can? Yes.
As slow as I was.
So you step off the bridge and you make it and you're right next to Perrin.
Okay.
I grab him by his arm,
Hold on.
pull him on, I'm like, there's
So you guys
something
are-
out there. There's 2 of them, I think.
All right. Now, who's
Hold on.
next?
Is that a turn? Is that like a turn, or just like? Can I make an action?
What else do you want to do?
I wanna cast bless on some people.
What's up?
I forget that.
Do you have to be able to see him?
I'm gonna look and see. Well, I mean, I guess I couldn't see back there. Could
Right.
Yeah,
I could bless John and myself.
You'd have beforehand. Alright, I mean,
It's me before you.
I mean, you can check where you're with.
Because
we were tethered.
Yeah,
You were
you
gonna
Or-
untether?
You want me to look at that?
Well, I have
You're
it here
gonna untether?
somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have a folder of spells right here.
Because I know what I'm
There it
gonna
is.
do.
I found it.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, so what are you doing, Norm? You next?
I mean, I can go next. No, if I can wait and go next, I don't know.
It'd be me if
would
we're
have been in
doing-
front of me, but
I would have been in
All
front.
right, so you step it up.
Well, it'd have to be me.
All right, and as you step, you hear boom, 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 and your legs are almost, you're both just almost jangling together at the joints. You feel your jaw almost chatter as you're moving. You step just once, and you're just almost vibrating now. After a little, I'd say, intermittent steps, you can feel now something is moving on this platform.
Okay, I'm going to run down the inked path
Mm-hmm.
until I can see them.
Okay, so you make it to right there, running. As you do so, your footsteps, those soft there. And as you do so, give me a stealth check.
That 20, 21.
So you,
oh, it's vibrating a whole lot. Fuck.
and at this point, you make it. What else do you wish to do?
Do I see them?
Yep, you can just see the Dragonborn skin.
Well, I'll keep going until I can see past them.
Okay, so you make your way up. Yep, they're kind of just here. and
The
here,
second I
right?
can see this square,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna use my teleport to teleport to there.
Okay, and you and you just go across. And now, as you make your way here, you notice that the bridge continues to extend further. All right. Who's next?
My action would have actually been to touch my holy symbol for my channel divinity to get 1 more spell slot.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, Pug, we're running out of time, so we're gonna have to go together.
He looks at you.
Yep.
All right.
You're gonna ride me. And so I am gonna use
Mount me.
I'm gonna use my last wild shape, and I'm gonna turn into a giant spider,
Okay.
which does a number of things. Number 1, giving me spider climb, which means I can walk upside down in ceilings and shit, yada yada yada. It gives me 10-foot blind sense, or blind sight.
And then I'm just gonna start making my way down. I'm gonna let Pug get on top of me. I'm a large creature.
Yep.
What's
Not an
blind
issue.
sight?
I
Feel.
even if my eyes are closed, 10 feet away, I can still see just
Oh,
fine.
okay, that's cool.
And then I'm just gonna get halfway.
Alright, so you and Pug, you get on your... As you guys do so, you realize after about 2, maybe 3 steps, vibrations, they're... And then they stop for a second. You hear a... And then you hear from the other side.
These rock apes?
Oh,
After a moment, you feel...
Boulder is home.
And then you hear a... You feel something tingle on the back of your neck. You see Pug, and you give me a reflex saving throw. What is it? Dexterity?
okay,
Yeah,
I
sorry.
was like, what?
Then you start finding your...
What? Reflex.
What the fuck is that?
23.
Oh! So you see this huge club, maybe 10, 15 feet in length, barreling with huge spikes coming out of this wooden, almost like tree limb. And it goes, and it slams right behind you. You then see this large, hulking creature coming with a huge dark shadow. Give me a perception check.
18.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't even thinking this would... Oh, they're not even... Oh, yeah, they are.
I'm in danger.
Who's still back here?
Oh,
It's just the
Connor
two.
it's the
and-
two.
Yeah, it's just the two
Tamriel?
guys. Yeah.
Or
Pug's
Jonathan
with me.
and Tamriel?
Yeah, Connor.
So, after a moment, you see this huge, lumbering ogre come running its way out of the mist towards you. You see also, after it kind of veers back, you see Pug, there's another one! And he turns off and you see a large creature over to the right making its way towards the bridge. You see this one behind you, it rears back now after it throws its weapon, going to gather it. It yells out. What do you want to do?
Do I have an action?
Yep.
run, bitch.
It's running
His weapon is not in his
on
hands
him.
yet.
No, it's right behind you. It's right by, like, boom. It looks like he's, like, getting ready to run towards it. You see another dark figure, I'd say, in this area, looking as if it's, like, possibly making its way towards the bridge.
He's like,
Okay.
you fucking attach that.
Action. I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna web. I'm gonna web his like club
Okay.
to the ground.
Okay.
So if he wants to pick up the club, he has to spend time
Oh, that's a
digging.
great idea.
He has
Yeah.
to make a DC. Some fucking thing. I don't know. We'll figure that out if it comes up to break the webs. What is
All
that?
right.
Still storage gummies.
And then I'm
Skill
going to use
gummies.
my movement to make my way towards the bridge.
All right. So you,
Yeah.
We're almost
when
going
you skitter back, and you notice that it engulfs this weapon with webbing, and then you and Pug, give me a athletics check.
Okay. So it's going to be +2. Fucking 6.
So you and
God, the rolls
Pug,
are
you
shit, these last two
feel
weeks.
as if the urgency, and you pick up your speed, you move, and as you do so, you almost trip. The weight just a little bit heavier than what you were almost expecting of his body. But as you do so, you make it. Though kind of weak, you see Pug, he falls. Unable to carry him, you drop him about 10 feet back. He falls, he turns around with the, you saw the rope attached.
Yep.
He kind of pulls on it, please, on him! And as he grabs onto it, he kind of goes towards, and you see another lumbering figure getting closer. He feels the vibration. You now see you on the bridge and him on the platform. His body almost bouncing up and down, even though you are still,
Yeah.
please, he can't get up and move. What are you gonna do?
Can I use, like, my legs to, like, pull the rope like a spider's thread?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you grab like 3 or 4 around each side and just give me a strength check.
+2 again. Fucking trash!
No. So you pull him, and you kind of pull him about 5 feet. You get him a little bit further, and you're getting closer, but not all the way. He's still.
Do I have an advantage on it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you're on. Yeah, you're advantage
I
on
don't
it.
fucking know.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
No, that's much better. 20.
All right, so you and you get him closer. You see his body almost
It's
like
because
a
you're manhandling
like
a
a rope.
normal creature.
Yeah, normal. Yeah, you're just on a size larger. So as you get him across, you see now the mist wall densified just a little bit. You notice that the creatures look, and you see the ogres once more make no noise. You do see just a distant, like almost dark shadow of this huge club on the platform. After a moment, you see or you hear Tamriel and Jonathan. So, you guys make it? You guys okay?
I don't think we should yell. I think they respond to that.
Who are? And then he stops.
I didn't see him.
So, you guys are now
I don't have
separated on
anything to
each side of the bridge. What are you guys doing?
That's great, by the way. That's fucking awesome.
Well, I'm just gonna be like, well, I don't really care about anyone
Well, I'm
that's
gonna
not
say-
on the bridge.
So you making your way downtown?
You fucking ass!
Orm can't speak, so he has no.
So I'm gonna say to the like whisper to something because maybe not too loud because I think like these things work on sound. I think they only know when we're on. Like they can feel the weight shift. I feel like, and that's when they know there's something on the platform.
Do we hear a response?
He's saying that to them?
What the fuck are you?
No, I'm saying that to these
yeah,
guys.
you-
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
were saying that's
I'm
it.
saying that to you guys. Like,
Oh.
I said like I think like I understand how this works.
I'm gonna
It responds to how
not
our
like
weight shift.
I mean, either way they're gonna hear it. But I'm just gonna be like, Tamriel. Like in a low, like Tamriel.
Sure.
Depending on how
So
long
you
this
you
lasts.
somewhat loudly, but like, Tamriel!
Yeah.
Yeah. After a moment, yes!
I forgot my cup like a fool.
I got you.
Tread very lightly.
Is it safe?
What? Give it.
It's about as safe as the rest of the bridge. I'm not here.
I just whisper out to like the same pitch as him. Said, "Give it a couple minutes. I think they're going back to a specific spot."
Oh wait, no, I can totally hear this. I'm not that far away.
Avoid the beasts.
Peace!
Just keep calm. Move slow.
Where are they? Now you slight panic as
I'm
you
just
hear
like,
Jonathan. What bees? I don't want to be crossing if there's bees.
Fucking pussy.
There's quiet for a moment. All right, we're gonna cross.
One at a time.
All right. Tamriel, I'm gonna let Jonathan go right after me. Rip.
No, John's dead.
You see.
All right, boys, live action.
All right, Tamriel's going. Tamriel steps. You hear nothing. About 5 minutes go by.
Oh, 5 minutes. I got it back.
Nothing.
Nah,
You hear
they're
Jonathan. Tamriel. Tamriel. You then hear nothing. Guys, did Tamriel make it?
We haven't seen him yet.
so the web has like a recharge, and so anytime I get web back, anytime it comes off cooldown, I'm gonna spit some more web onto this platform.
Okay.
And part of being a spider is I have web sense, and anything in the web
Oh,
I
that's-
know the exact position of.
That's great.
So
So you're just kind of spitting it on the platform around you?
yeah, well yeah, I'm just hawking loogies
Yep.
essentially blindly. Just
Okay.
they might cover
So
5 foot.
how long do you want to do that for?
I mean, I would.
Let's say over like 15 minutes. You can probably shoot a decent amount.
He spent 5 minutes and there was no response.
Over 15 minutes, he can shoot like what? Is it every?
It recharges on a 5 or 6, and that's every round.
So every 5 seconds, he's literally like.
Assuming I get it, but it's so we'll,
All right, so we'll
twice
just,
a minute.
Right,
We'll fuck it twice a minute.
right,
I don't know.
Right. So you want to just shoot some loogies out there?
Yeah. Just,
All right. So
yeah, just so I
All
can
right, here.
get a sense
Because it
of.
feels because of
5 minutes, 10
Okay.
loogies.
Okay. So you wait about 5 minutes. You hear nothing. You wait about another 2 or 3 minutes, and you immediately just start launching. You notice after a few moments that there seems to be 2 large creatures, kind of near each other, not very far from where you are. I'd say in about this area.
Okay.
And you notice that they're not really moving, but you can feel their vibrations. They're kind of just hovering in one area.
I'll use a single like spider fucking claw and I'll just like point in the general direction, and then we'll do like an X, right?
Give me intelligence checks from everybody to see if you guys have any
I'm
idea.
fucking over here.
Yeah,
I
you're
can't
off.
see the fucking
you
mimic,
too.
Does not give a
the
fuck.
gesturing spider.
18.
16.
Oh, I love to be the spider. I need to be a spider more often.
I would say
I spawned
possibly that you can say that there's possibly danger over there in a general direction. It's about all you can basically
be like-
discern.
Or this
Yeah.
is not the time for charades. We got.
After a moment, you hear, I'm gonna cross.
Follow the ink.
He waits a second and then, all right, I'm going.
We believe in you.
He goes out after a second.
Not really.
And then about 20 seconds go by. And then you see a small figure making its way about 10 feet in front of you. You see Jonathan. He makes his way and you see him running. He's got blood halfway all over his body. And then you see, like right back from him about 5 feet, a large hulking, blinded, eyed over like glassy ogre making its way behind him. He's running. You don't hear anything. You guys are on the bridge. But you see this. He making his way towards you, and then you see him. He trips.
Of course he does.
Face plants
Of course he does.
right onto the ground. He gets up. You see him take his crossbow. He shoots back towards the ogre. He makes his way a couple more feet, and then you see this huge lumbering axe just and it slams right into the back of his foot. Doesn't catch him all. Catches about from his calf halfway down to his leg. Not both of them, just one. You see as it rips off, he rolls over onto his back and he starts inching backwards towards you. He turns back and looks at you guys.
I just went, Christ!
You lost
Or
his
shoot a
leg?
web, get him!
Smash his leg?
part of his like calf down.
Like, I
Smash.
tell like Aura, I said, shoot a web, tether him in!
I don't know if he can do that.
No, that's not what I can do. What I can do is if I have web, is I can make a web attack against the fucking ogre.
Slow him down, I'll go out there and grab him if I have to.
So that's what I'll do. If
That's if you can get.
all I have to do is hit, and then the ogre is restrained.
So he's about like right here. You guys are in this area. He's about here, and you see this large creature about
I
right
believe
here.
it's +5. Yes. 16 to hit the ogre.
Yeah, so you shoot this and it hits him. Doesn't seem to affect him.
Oh, okay.
He's huge. You see this monstrous figure. He turns.
I tried.
He looks around. He turns. He sees the body. You see him slowly grab his weapon once more, and he. It looks as if he's rearing back to attack again. Does anybody want to act?
Can I see him?
No, you're out. You're
There
out.
we go.
You bounced.
Can I yell at
I'm like
Pug
10 feet in front.
to grab
You
him?
told me you were out. You can do whatever you want.
You can't get through two people and a giant spider.
Yeah, I'm gonna loose an arrow at it and maybe see if I can slow it down, give you
I'm gonna yell at
give
Pug
Plug a
to
chance
grab
if I can grab
Jonathan.
that.
All right, so give me a acrobatics check or athletics. I don't know athletics here.
You want me to roll for Pug?
No, you want Pug to get him?
Yeah, Plug, yeah. I'm gonna do
Ryan
it.
and
Okay.
Pug are in front of me, so
Okay, so you want to yell at him?
I want to
and say-
yell at Pug to grab
You see
Jonathan.
Pug turn around. He drops his sword for a second. All right. He takes part of his, makes sure it's tight, and then he makes his way out. As he does so,
I'm gonna go for the shot. And
all right.
see
So
if I
you're
can slow
shooting.
down.
He's rearing back, and are you just shooting where at him? Just
Yeah, just see if maybe like
Okay.
any pain inflicted on
Alright.
it could maybe just make it go like fuck, like.
got you.
Make it flinch.
Oh my god. Go ahead.
Oh boy.
When did he hit it with web?
Huh?
You hit it with web.
You tried.
Yeah.
It's too big.
Yeah.
What'd you roll? A nat one.
Oh, the rolls have been good
What'd you
tonight,
roll?
boys. That's
You
a,
put
roll?
Jonathan out of his misery by accident.
What'd you roll?
that's a nat fucking
Oh my god.
one.
I did too.
Yeah.
Pug. So you rear back and it misses. The ogre completely unaffected. Pug, he scrambles out and you see him. He goes towards Jonathan. He grabs onto his arm. He slips though. He starts backtracking. He pulls and you see this. And in a swift moment, and just slams down, ripping from the shoulder joint all the way back Jonathan's body, and Pug just hangs on to his arm. All
Just
that's
his arm,
left.
that's-
He kind of falls back and it's
Dope
just
shit.
hanging there. His eyes with blood splattered all over.
Tether
He
him in!
scatters to him, and then He's just standing there with the arm, and he just drops it off the edge. We didn't.
We tried.
I wasn't able to save him.
We tried.
It's not your fault.
He kind of just, you see tears start running down his face, and then he. Need to get the fuck off this bridge.
Agreed.
What happened to Tamriel?
Don't know. That's
I'm
his
assuming
problem.
I'm not there.
That's his problem. We tried. Let's move.
And at that moment, you guys
What happened in
moving.
Jurassic Park 3? The guy
Okay.
disappeared for a while and shows up half an hour later.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, he got swarmed by pterosaurs.
So-
he fucking almost died.
As you guys make your way, you notice that Gildor has
Bullshit.
been
By the power of plot.
hanging out
that's
down
it.
here onto another platform. After a moment,
Seemingly not moving.
yeah, just
Yeah, just chilling, just like.
after another moment goes by, you guys continue on. Now, as you do so, you guys come to another left and right. As you do so, you see that the left, as it looks as if it is, I would say, well covered in just clutter. Broken statues, rocks, debris everywhere. The right pathway, very, I'd say, distraught. You see grime for the first time on this bridge. You see almost like,
A growth?
Algae.
I wouldn't say growth or an algae. I would say almost like the stones look as if they are eroding here. There is not damp, but eroded, changed. Most of the others have been smooth. The water and the mist that has been in this element for a long time, this environment has smoothed most of the stone. But here, jagged, very different, almost aggressive in the style of the stone that you see on the bridge that lays to you. The other one, cluttered, heavily debris. You kind of peer off in the distance, and maybe 20-25 feet off, you don't really see anything but possibly what looks to be maybe a makeshift stick or something out of the ground. You see maybe 2 or 3 feet standing. You can't quite make sure of what it is, but you can definitely see something.
Well, right sounds awful again.
Stay left.
So there was Deception's Pass, and what was the other one?
Dead
Pass.
pass.
That's what we're on
And
currently.
this is what the person told you when you guys walked is Cryptic's Pass. And it's been referred to also on the map as Cryptic's Crossing. So it seems to have possibly many names depending on where you're located.
Either way, this place is fucking terrible.
Pug just sits there.
My skin is itching.
It's itchy.
Undead.
It's fucked up, dog.
Well, I'd say we go left again.
Yeah?
Anyone in agreement on that? Because grime does not sound great.
Pug just, I don't care anymore. We can go wherever you wish. This whole place is just full of horrible, just awfulness.
Agreed. So yeah? Go left? Everybody? Yes? Yes? Click clack?
I already said yes.
Alright,
It is.
so you guys go left.
Yeah, the other one was just like debris.
Oh.
The other one was like,
Oh.
This one's
Yeah, we're dead.
Oh. So you guys travel. As you go down this path, debris becomes an abundance. You see rocks everywhere. As you travel for about 20 minutes, you start seeing what look to be almost like grave sites, or maybe even tombstone headstones.
Hey, your cousin.
You see some laced on the right of the pathway and some on the left. They kind of start picking up the longer you walk. As you walk for about another hour, hour and a half, you guys get further in,
Oh, okay.
and as you do so, you come to a spot that starts to open up a little bit. The mist kind of weighs to the edges of this bridge passageway. As you guys do so, you guys make your way to this large area. As you do so, you make your way here.
Yo, you guys want to sleep in a graveyard?
No.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You guys.
Stop being racist.
It wouldn't be the first time.
It's not racist, you just said it. It's also, you're not a race, you're a skeleton.
Graveyard is actually where he lost his virginity.
Was Bone Judy?
There was definitely some boning going on.
You guys make your way here.
You can't make jokes, you're a spider.
He said we traveled for like an hour and a half, so I dropped.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Now we're out of wild shapes.
Yeah, unless we rest an hour or something.
Yeah, we're fucked.
You guys make your way.
I mean, I got like some first level spells.
After a moment, you see large tombstones. Some 10 feet in width. Some about 15, 20 feet in height.
Do they have any words on them?
Yes. Many names. As you look across, you notice that some are broken in half names. You see L something, and then you can't see most of it. You see other names. Thomas of Eldon. You notice that there are would look to be some just names over time that have been, maybe some are older. You notice that some are even newer. As you look around, you don't really notice anything really new. Most of these look like they've been here for quite some time. As you do look a little bit further around, you notice that the bridge opens, and this passageway is essentially a graveyard. As you get closer, you see a building with the mist and the fog kind of disperse off. It seems to be made of some ramshackle stones, sticks, and debris. As you look, the roof kind of swirls, not being held on by any joints, screws, or nails or bolts, almost just hovering. As you look at it, it swirls as in the background you see this dark, ominous like aura. As you guys walk in a little bit closer, you guys make your way off of the bridge onto this platform, and you hear this loud, "So."
I just got out of my breath and was like, God damn it.
I see that somebody has come to my crossing.
Yes, we've come to your crossing. And we're like, I mean no disrespect, almighty voice, ominous, whatever. I'm sorry, but yes, we've come to your crossing. Yes, this is probably gonna be a death trap, just like the last three things. Oh my God, is there no rest spots here in this hellhole?
Yeah. Actually, you can rest here if you wish. And then you see a small wisp of smoke kind of emanate, and it points towards a tombstone. You can lay here as long as you wish.
Ha, very funny. Yeah, I saw that coming.
I have a question. Does lying here as long as we wish have a prerequisite of us being dead?
No, but it does come with a prerequisite.
And that would be?
Come closer.
I mean, is that it? Or is it come closer and?
Come closer and we shall talk about this prerequisite.
I love how we're just destroying this guy's
I can only hear a voice, correct? Closer.
And you just see this dark, ominous building over here. It looks as if it's got like a large stairwell that kind of just leads up into this makeshift, rickety old building with this just basic kind of triangle-topped roof with a small little chimney that's emitting just this dark aura. You can just see it. It's just not friendly. This is evil. I can just tell you that right now.
God damn it! God damn it!
I thought this was gonna be like a psych out. Like,
No!
It's just gonna be a creepy
It's
old
another
guy
fucking shithole. This place is hell.
living in like a creepy graveyard in the middle of this fucking thing. But he's got like cookies, bacon, and stuff, right? Like,
I got skeleton cookies.
yeah. That's not my end.
Wait, so this feels evil?
Seems that way, yeah.
Well,
Look,
talk about that.
I just leaned over to fuck this. Look, okay, we tried, okay?
Pretty
I
neutral.
think we cut our losses here.
Come closer
He smites
so
him when
we
he's close
can
to fucking death.
speak. You then see the fog behind you start growing ever thicker in the passage which you just came from.
I just set my hand against it. Is it solid?
It's not solid, but you can tell that the condensation and the thickness of it almost like dampens your hand as you push through it. It's
Well,
very thick.
my hand's wetter than hell, so yeah, all right, let's keep her going. Slowly, very slowly.
But before Aurum like walks out just fully onto this platform, he's gonna take out 3 ball bearings and cast magic rock on them. He's just gonna palm them fuckers.
Okay.
He's just gonna have them cocked and ready to go.
Magic metal.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so you
Exactly.
guys,
Yeah.
you guys just push them up like halfway or wherever. You guys make your way up. As you guys approach and make your way a lot
Here, I got you.
closer, you guys see this building. As you guys approach it,
That's right, I leave one here every week.
you make your way up and you see a large stone marble-esque floor as you enter.
Excuse me.
As you do, you see this. As the door, as you enter, just slams open. As you walk in, the darkness subsides for just a moment, and you see a large, dark creature. As you sit, you see it emanating. As it turns, you see this large shadow demon, huge in stature, about 15 to 20 feet. It's emanating with a huge aura that flows around it. You can't really see most of its body. You can just kind of see this large orange and red piercing face within this aura. You see red just kind of flowing all around this room. Now, I am Cryptic.
Oh, okay, yep.
Oh, the owner of said pass.
Oh, yes. This is my passage.
Yeah, question real quick. Almighty dark being. Yeah. Do you know 2 guys, two smaller yous that just kind of creep around out there?
Man, I swear to God, Perrin.
As you say that, he says, silence with your nonsensical questions. Why have you come to my passage?
We're just trying to get across.
We're just trying to get
It's
the
a
next one.
passage.
Yes, but have you not seen the bodies?
Oh, we've seen them.
Have you not seen the warnings?
We've read the warnings.
There was warnings?
That's right. It's set up for me to take your souls. That is why I've set it up. You're right, it is a passage into my soul well. And you see to the right, he peers up, and you just see tons of red swirling orbs in this, like, this almost jar that's inside of his body that he's contained. And you just see almost like thousands of them. There's a reason why this bridge was created. He then turns and he looks at you, and he notices that. Where are you headed?
We came from Geo. We're heading to Hexwell.
And as you say Hexwell, it almost softly, in a way, rubs him in a way where he's.
So he's rubbed.
So, oh, have they rubbed me wrong?
Yeah.
Hexwell. I came from there once. I studied. Let's just say,
Interesting.
long time ago, something happened. Since then, I've come here to get payback for all the things that have wronged me. And you see this essence of him just fluttering around as he stares off. Now, I didn't like.
And how does
some
that
of-
make you feel?
Well, it wasn't about how
Can we
I
stop, like,
felt.
passively aggressively
It
antagonizing
was
the
more
enemies?
about how I made them feel.
Oh, great, we got Dr. Phil over
As
the
you
dragon lord.
see, he kind of turns and looks at you,
How that make
and
you
he
feel?
says, "I was doing dark magic.
I get that. I'm a skeleton.
I was banished,
People hate my magic too.
and when they banished me, what better way to get back than to go right outside their
Swear to God, you
region
join another goddamn dark
and kill all of those that are wanting to travel there."
Dragon, don't give me that bullshit.
Now, you have come here seeking, like you said, passage. The way through here is only by sacrifice.
Oh, of course.
To be completely honest, we heard some fishy stuff going on in Hexwell. And we're just more interested in that now.
Yeah, we're not associated with them at all.
I know what's happening. And he pulls out and you see this list start being drawn in like this black, like almost dark ink in midair. You see two names, Tor Rocks, and then right beneath it, another. As it starts drawing one that you have never seen. You notice that the name kind of fades and you see
Pug Jameson.
Son of a bitch!
No, you wish. You see the
He
name.
was the bad guy the whole time.
You see the
Well,
name
whatever
of
his
what
ass-
looks to be a teacher, a professor. It says Hexwell. There's no name quite associated. These are my next sacrifices. Things that are happening in Hexwell, I know are evil. But I claim those strong souls that are there will make me more powerful. There are things happening. And he turns, you Dragonborn. Do you know why that gem speaks to you and not the others?
I'm speaking to you.
Oh, it's speaking to him. I can hear it now, even if you can't. Do you know what essence brings within that gem?
I know it is tainted.
Oh, it is. That is associated with some of the gems of one of the greatest dragons to have ever lived.
Oh, shit.
It was summoned and then split, hidden away by a great man, Rennoc Draconius. He was one of the founders of the Cloud region. He sealed away all of the gems, fracturing them, separating them, so that they could never be brought together to summon his great being. With you carrying that, you know that you attune with him. He sees and can possibly even hear things. You are basically another vessel. I like it.
I have been experiencing some weird things. Yeah,
want
you knew
you-
that. You knew that. Like, I've always said, like, guys, like, the gem takes over me. Like, I always say that.
I knew it had an influence. I didn't realize it was speaking to you.
How about
Yeah, I thought it was just making you more rash. I didn't know it talked.
Split gems.
Well,
Rennoc Draconia split gems.
well, we found it. It talked.
Formation of thing. Oh, that's
Anyway.
fair. Yeah.
So we have. So what you're essentially saying is these gems have to do with like what, like an evil dragon?
That's right.
Shit, the other thing over the edge now.
and you hear the voice. Possibly.
Me?
Yeah.
This information,
Formation of dragon.
it will come at a sacrifice or two. I'll tell you more. I need names crossed off my list.
Okay, what are these? Like, do I know any of these things?
Nope.
Toro Rocks and a professor. Is
Yep.
it a professor now?
Tor Rocks? Nope.
No.
There is.
It's
Yeah,
just an
he's not
hexagon.
alluding to anything yet. He wants maybe.
Why do we have to become a hitman for a ghost?
If it gets us across the bridge.
Torrox is the father. I kind of like that guy.
As you say that, that is the way. And give you rest. And I can also show you what my dark magic can do.
God damn it.
Well, wait a second.
I care more about.
Could you make me a
interpretation.
better undead?
If you bring me a sacrifice,
Fucking dark deities.
a sacrifice of a worthy cause, I can make many things manifest. This is called Cryptic's creations. And he kind of waves his hands around for a reason. I take sacrifices that are brought to me. I create godly and ungodly weapons, armor, and many things from nothing other than the blood that was brought to me within that sacrifice.
So do you have like hitmen? Or do you just feast on any poor soul that walks through here? Do you have delivery
Is it
boys?
Is it like Uber Eats?
He sits here.
You have magic Uber?
Yeah.
While I still exist and I grow stronger, I will say that some, they do not wish to work, and they get lost among the bridges of dimensions. Some do make their way out, though. Very few, though. Very few. It's actually been a couple 100 years, possibly.
Doesn't it get boring when you just sit here all day, eternity? I mean, I'm just saying, doesn't that get like a little bit boring? Like, what do you do for free time?
This
Like a Rubik's Cube?
is my...
Just sitting here?
Years since someone passed safely. About to be 0.
Okay, so what I want to ask is if I get you a couple names on that list, could you make me a better undead? And what steps would I have to go for that to happen?
I can tell you, there's a book in Hexwell. You'll need to find it based on more or less ancient lich work. They have studies there on many things that have transpired over the times from the surface lands to now the crowd regions. If you are able to ascertain this knowledge, bring it to me with a sacrifice, and I will show you what they choose to keep hidden from you.
I mean, nothing saying is who would the sacrifice be? Like, do I have to choose a sacrifice?
He said worthy.
Name on a list.
Okay.
And by worthy you see, and he
Breaks
looks
down a list
down.
of words.
Yes, I was about to say. He looks down.
Shoot my little black book.
Is there like an extra D6 or something?
I have, if you need a D6,
I got
there is a whole bag somewhere. He looks, these Eldwin rocks, Tor rocks,
I'm imagining a lot of rocks.
Roven Tanner,
Ooh, you mixed it up.
We know that guy. We know that guy.
Estro Inoji.
Oh, hell no.
I don't remember Astro.
Leodor Albrin.
That name.
I can't. It's not the name. It's just that.
No, I'm saying like she's like that name.
She snorts in the background.
Like-
Pug life. Pug Jameson life.
Pug's having that ass, but
Yeah, Pug's in the background, even over his wounds.
Having PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah.
it's like a panic attack.
Panic attack, yeah. So, there is another thing, I guess. And he kind of looks off and then comes back. If you could. And he brings you this small, almost empty encasement of what you can see would probably be where a gem would lay. A smaller one than the one you have, but on this bridge. Actually, is an enemy of mine. It is possibly out of your strength zone, but in time, I will tell you that this being I will need taking care of. On one of the bridge platforms lies a dragon encased with one of the white magical fractured gems.
Oh shit.
And at that moment you see Pug kind of perk up with the mentioning of one of the gems. He says, "No! Is it the whole one or a fractured part?" Silence. But it is one of 4. I believe that there is one located on each one of the bridges. Combining the 4 would create the white gem. I would like that one. If If any of the gems were to ever come into my possession, or ever any portion of one, I wish it to be that one.
But what would you give us for our gem?
I don't think you can get this.
I was saying,
This is a hypothetical.
if you are able to give me that gem, I could easily get you off this bridge, and I could possibly give you a couple of the lost artifactual items that have been brought from Relnoff's age of creation.
Come on.
If we, it's not up to
The
me.
armaments
It's not up to me. I'm
of
saying-
Deliverance. There are many that have been lost. And if we are to ever find them, either brought back by magical means or found, there's only certain ways some of these can be created. You give me this gem, I can create something, but your friend would have to stay somewhat evil. He would never be able to be pure of heart while wearing it. Anything created by it would be tainted of evil.
I mean, that sounds like we turn the gem from a corrupting piece that just kind of hangs out on your person to like something you could use.
Did you not hear him that it changes him
It's already changing him.
slowly? But this one's like, snap a finger, oh fuck me!
You would take the
Okay,
gem,
fuck this, be
create
honest.
something, keep the gem, we'd take this
Use part
evil
of it.
something.
Probably put part of that. You don't know, but you would probably infuse whatever you make with part of the fracture of it. He'd fracture it in some sort of layer portion and infuse something.
But he keeps the rest.
Pug just kind of looks. I don't think we should be giving anything of that sort of power.
Again, Pug? I don't think we have a fucking option here.
What if we would have gone to Audrey?
Now calm down, you have a boner for this
We
right
might
now.
have been able to get with my brother. We never would have even
No,
came
I'm
here.
being truthful.
But we didn't do that, so we're here now. So what are we going to do? Do we give him the gem? Do we make a sacrifice? He's not gonna let us possibly just leave here without doing nothing.
Yeah, I think the gym is the safest bet.
We're even.
Yes,
Hi, Mr. Ghost.
automated one, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, speaking of that, can you, like, send souls?
Somewhat. Depends on the soul.
You get any readings from me? Because I'm not 100% certain. I mean, who is, but I'm a little more in doubt.
I would say it's there.
Oh, okay.
It exists.
Neat.
I may not feel it at some points, but manifesting stronger.
If only I had heart.
I'm a real boy.
Oh,
You have some noticeable issues with Hexwell. You have information on Hexwell. We recently saw someone who I believe to be from Hexwell. I was wondering if you had any information on that. I only have a physical description, not a name.
What is it?
She is a dark-skinned woman.
Does she have a white
Straight.
line in her hair?
Correct.
Ah, the fucking heretics!
oh, that's
As you
violent.
say that, you hear him. The Hexwell heretics.
Oh, you pissed him off
And
now,
he
Ryan.
wishes around in his manner.
Oh shit.
Ah,
So you don't like her.
they banished me.
This
Okay.
is where we run. We get out of
They
here.
were part of the
He's
ones.
not angry about us.
They sent me away. I
Okay.
am never to enter. They banished me to this bridge. This is to be where I live. It is where I can gain power. It is where my soul was lost. But also where it was found. What of her? She is on a list, but oh, I want her blood for myself.
Okay. So, she is a heretic who banished you. So, she, I'm gonna assume, disapproved of your dark magic.
Yes.
Okay.
Question 2. Specifically, what does your dark magic do? Dark magic is a very, very broad term.
I
Like
need
gray area.
sacrifices. I manifest strength from them. I am almost strong enough to be able to leave this bridge. But that would still take many souls. I have those out there working for me, like yourselves, capturing souls, feeding me daily. But I need more.
I don't know about yourself.
There needs to be an agreement. I may be doing these evilous acts, but it is so I exist. I do it only to live. And I do it to somewhat try and diminish the evil that is in the world. But those who wronged me, they must fall first. Head to Hexwell if you may. But I need a sacrifice. For I shall brand you if I am to banish you from here. But upon doing so, you will be cursed until a sacrifice is brought. And you speak of my magic. I manifest from blood those that are only unwilling. Great magical power, not only within myself, increasing my abilities, but also manifesting weapons, and also other great manifestations of power. I once was an elf, and now you see this huge shadowy dark aura figure just
Yeah, I get
bowing before you. And now I have succumbed to the taste of evil.
I get this guy.
So, make the pact. I will curse you, but only if you bring me one of the sacrifices. I need one of the corrupt professors of Hexwell. I need one of the head of the families of the Rocks, or the, hey, I think it's the Helton. Hey, let me make sure I don't want to mess this up and say the wrong one. The Herod.
Oh, I'm getting some real cloak and dagger shit from this guy. He's not giving us the full
The
story.
Herod. The Rocks or the Herod family. You don't know of them, but that is one of the other families. These are things that will allow me to lift your curse. Upon this, speak the name Cryptic, and you will travel here, where I can lift your curse.
So, you want us to go capture or murder?
No,
You murder.
Okay.
You bring them, their body here, dead or alive. You can kill them in front of me. I do not care. But I need their blood. I need that sacrifice. Bring them before me, even if it is just one. And if proven worthy, I shall reward you, as well as lift the curse. If not, turn and walk away.
What is it, said curse?
I will only tell you after the pact has been created.
I mean, he's not really saying anything that, like, makes me not want to do this.
I mean, you obviously stand the most to gain from this bargain.
Oh, 100%.
And so if he's willing, if he's asking for a sacrifice, and by sacrifice, service, and in exchange for that service, we gotta bring him ahead of somebody, and then you get power.
But we,
I feel like this is in your ballpark. Like, this is all you, bud.
Yeah.
Like
but
you
we're
wanna-
also going to be cursed.
Is it? Excuse me, Mr. Ghostman.
Yes.
Is it just like, is one branding, or are we all in this?
All of you will be cursed.
Oh man,
Yeah, but can all of us get rewarded?
Yes.
for bringing one head, or one head a pop?
Each sacrifice rewards one. So you bring a sacrifice, you will be given one reward.
We gotta get five of the people on your list, is what I'm hearing.
Now, these items, I'm not gonna lie, will be fucking nuts.
I'm aware, but like,
But yes.
man.
Look, man, I served the Death God enough in these in the last campaign. I'm good.
Ghost man.
Speak to me. It's Cryptic in my domain.
Okay.
Says Cryptic and teleports right back to where he is.
Hi. Yeah. Can I just sign him up twice? Can you skip me? Sign him up twice?
I cannot. Once a pact is made, it is with the party that is near.
Some berserk bullshit.
If you shall choose to walk a different path, there are more that I can show you. But whoever stays on this platform while the deed and the pact is made, those are who lie within it.
Wait, there's other paths off this bridge?
Oh yes.
Okay.
And he waves his hands, and you see outs on every way and the window, because you're in a house. But you see on the windows, you see the fog dissipate, and you see things, different bridgeways, all opening. You see at least probably 3 or 4 different passageways from just his home. I control it all.
Oh boy.
It's not serving the Death God. It's doing like a job for a Death God.
I'm not a god.
No, that was meta. I'm sorry.
I am.
But I'll say it's Gildor. Fuck it. I don't care anymore.
Let me just tell you this. If you fear me, where you are headed has scary entities and creatures in which will terrify you. Maybe not by the look, and maybe not by the sound, but by their actions.
Yeah, at least this guy's fucking honest about it.
I mean, technically, out of character, he's basically an old Hexwell student who at some point shit happened, got banished, did dark magic, the hectic heretics, or Hexwell heretics, banished him. Now he's here. Found some dark corrupt god or something and is basically fucking fell privy to it.
So he wants someone to stay here?
No.
No.
He wants
us-
He wants
die.
to curse us.
He's
and us
or
go
leave.
get people.
He wants to curse you and you work for him and go do his hedge
Shit.
work, or you bounce and get the fuck out. There's other
That's
bridges.
How
Easy.
much different is it from us taking like a request to kill goblins?
One of them,
I mean, one of them is-
fucking god.
One of them is
Again, we already know this dude isn't an elder god.
Oh, he serves one.
so
We don't
actually
even
don't
know
know
that.
So one of them is the primary leader of an incredibly powerful military faction. So that's going to be difficult. One of them is the leader of.
How long is this list?
A powerful school.
From what you can tell, just as you're looking at it, you're unsure. There's a decent amount of names on it.
Yeah,
Like,
so
who goes above
we
once and
choose.
tries?
He gives us within the. It's not guaranteed that guy.
I mean,
know,
he
I know.
said Hexwell professors. You don't know how many.
Yeah.
He said Rock's family had members, so at least 2.
Okay.
And the Harrod family, so there's at least 2 there. So
And
you
one
know
of the people
probably
on the
at
list
least.
is a family of our enemies already. This is like not really like a.
Rovin Tanner was the leader of Aldradis,
Alron, yes.
Alron, and he was kind of a scumbag.
He was a stand-in leader. He was young, and he was working with Pug.
and he sucked.
And
Everyone hated him.
everybody hated him. He
Yeah.
was like trying really hard, but
He's a kiss ass.
Yeah.
he was almost trying too hard. It felt like.
Yeah.
You didn't really know why. Like when you guys were in that part of the campaign,
Yeah.
like everybody didn't like him. He was trying really hard, and even Pug was just like, stop.
Yeah.
And then Pug bounced with you guys, and you guys don't really know why. You guys really weren't in Elrond very long, but you did meet him for about a day.
Yeah. So to be clear, we can just continue on our way. That is an option? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay.
This is more or less my shop.
Oh.
But if we agree to this, do we get a way off the bridge?
Instantly. I can take you to the edge.
So we all have to take a. I mean, we can try and make the.
I'd make a pact with a god for all of you.
Pug kind of steps forward.
Yeah, you did that already. We had to kick your ass
All
for
right.
it.
No, did
So-
not take a pact. Did not know it was
Let's
evil entity.
let's just be for real right now.
Mm-hmm.
What are our real intentions in life? Mine is to figure out this gem. You all are heading in separate directions from where I have guided you. So if that is not your course, I understand that. But you have a fellow comrade who is affected. We need to figure out at least why. If the journey to discovering the origins of these gems do not lie with you, then your hearts I understand. But it does within your friend. If Fuctus is corrupt, we may never find out how to fix it. If we cannot get off these bridges, it does not matter. Now, we cannot just turn and walk around in hope of getting out of here. I have no idea how to. We've seen the hundreds of bridges. I'm not saying we make a
With
pact.
moving parts.
Exactly. And he even said he controls them. I'm not saying we turn it down, but I'm saying maybe we choose somewhere in Hexwell. We make very discern and decisive understanding of where we're going, so we're on the same page. I don't know if I can follow much longer without knowing that our true goal is within these gems. He mentioned part of the white one on this bridge. I need that. We all should be wanting that.
Pug?
Yes.
Pug, my friend. We're not strong enough to fight this guy.
I know we're not strong enough,
We
and
need
we're not
to-
strong enough to fight the dragon.
Yeah, so could you...
I know, but we need to
We need
also
to- we
get
need-
off the bridge.
Yeah, so we get off the bridge.
I don't want another fucking child's arm hanging from my hand. I don't want it to be yours or parents. I want to get
take
off
it-
of here.
Yeah, take the deal gets us
I'm
off
kinda
now.
Exactly. But what if we have to come back?
Afraid of this?
We turn it in, and then what? We have to do another deal to get back off the bridge. It seems like an endless loop.
It's exactly that.
How do we know that there's a true way out of this?
We could probably make a pact.
How about we ask for a way on how to know how to get out of here?
Is it okay if I call dibs on the first one?
I don't like that. I don't like, what are you guys talking about over? What's up?
The armor that we claimed.
What's up? What's going on?
So I mean,
We're playing murders? I like to play
Alright, you guys figured out. That was Pug's last
that man was
stitch.
that man sold.
Are we?
We're
we talking
leaning,
freely
we're
now?
leaning in favor of
Yeah.
bargain.
That was what Pug wanted to say.
Mine is conditional in that I want to be out of the bargain as fast as possible. So first motherfucker we cross off this list, mine, right? I don't even care if it's like a shit reward. I just don't want to be in service, but I understand that the service, it's I wouldn't say the only way out of here. It's the quickest and probably the safest way out of here. And making a deal with Cryptic over here makes me nervous, but sometimes you gotta crack a couple eggs. So I believe Fuctus is kind of in the same boat.
I have a question.
So I think the last one on board.
On that name list, are there any of the
Pug,
Painted Wood Goblin leaders?
And I wasn't really paying attention, but Pug
There
kind of
are
seemed like he had no fucking idea.
A few, but
He might
Wait,
not
did you just hear that?
not quite at the highest of my priorities.
Yeah, but we could get a couple of them.
You clear out a whole tribe, that would work.
clear out a whole
You're
tribe.
all in goblins. There you go.
It gives you
Look at the eyes.
You'll get paid for killing goblins.
He would just let us go with no ramifications.
But you'd have to find your way out.
Yeah, you'd have to continue
On the endless moving bridge.
Correct. I wanted to make sure that was clear. Right. That's why I was like, wait, that is an option. It is an option.
You guys can just walk away if you wish.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking here.
I'll follow
Arms
your
crossed, eyes closed. Just thinking.
Like I'm okay.
Pug made a good point.
I wasn't really paying attention to him.
Maybe you
Well,
should
fuck
next
this.
time.
He said.
Do you want to
this
give
could
up
be
the
a-
gym?
An endless loop
answer
of deals
truthfully.
and
Better
service.
question is, can he?
I was
you?
about to ask him, how am I supposed to answer this question?
Yeah,
Like-
he doesn't know.
Like, do
did
you,
say-
like,
He wants the fucking gym. I'll just be real with
yeah,
you.
so he's compelled to want the gym.
Snake oil salesman.
So that's the that's the issue.
I mean, you don't know. You can try.
Cross that bridge when we come to it.
Would you be willing to give the gem to this man, hypothetically, for a cool sword made out of it?
Absolutely not.
See? So that's not an option. So, like, he's keeping the gem. Like, we just offered him a badass sword, and he's like, no.
All we have to do is say. I'm okay with this deal. I'm also okay with walking away.
I fucking love this game. You guys are just like, what do we do?
Take the deal. We kill some corrupt officials and people. Maybe some goblins. There's no negatives, really, besides the curse. But that should...
To be fair, some of the people on his list.
Usually when people make magical pacts, they can't lie
also
about
corrupt
removing
people.
curses.
I know the corrupt
And goblins.
I'm about to be attached to a service of a fucking god. I'm scared.
Parent, hey man, stay true to it, bro. Just, I mean, it is you.
It's also a toss-up about what this curse is going to be.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it. I'm a guy.
Wait, does the curse just bind us to your? Oh, you won't. You
Said he won't.
I'll
You
elaborate.
won't tell us until we
I don't like that. Like,
Until we agree. If we don't agree...
hey, why don't you agree first and
Yeah,
we'll figure
bro.
things
No,
out?
no, see.
I don't know,
Gotta be
because...
the whole platform, because once one,
Everyone's on the whole
everybody's
platform. He does it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's either we take it or we leave. There's no, like, I can't take it and then tell you guys what it is.
bound. Right.
Pug-
He'll be bound to it,
Pug
but
is-
everybody else won't.
Pug is against. Karen is against.
Oh, big fucking time.
I'm either way. You are firmly for.
Oh, shocker. Undead skeleton
And
boy
you
wants
are
death
on the
magic.
fence.
Does the gem react to any mention of
Yeah.
the white gem?
Here we go.
So, against. For.
So I would just say
Fence.
that would probably be, something to think about.
I don't like it, but it's safe passage. Ish.
So that's a 4? Fuck.
So now it's you.
Fuck you guys.
It's guaranteed out of the bridge,
Listen.
possible rewards.
Pug steps up.
We can even kill goblins.
Gildo,
So he's
shh.
unworldly
What is your quarrel with what we are doing? Do you think we can make it off the bridge? Look at me. Or do you think we can make it off the bridge? If you do, let's leave this fucking hut now and let's go.
Well, in all honesty, we probably could eventually, because we don't need food to survive, like you fleshy people.
I mean, we can camp, we can stay, but listen.
How much food do you got?
Not enough.
You?
I can make it maybe a day.
Food?
Maybe a day.
I got rations.
I actually think I do.
But my sanity!
So
Listen, I'm gonna be real. If I walk through another day of this mist and fog, only being able to see 15, 20 feet in front of me, I'm going to lose it.
He's like, look, I'm not that age yet, goddammit. I don't want to have to do this now.
I've already, and he's just smothered with blood, he's just, look. If we are going, let's go. If we're not, let's get out of here. And even a quicker hasten, and let's be branded or packed or whatever, and let's have that happen. Because guess what? At least something will happen. We'll know something will be moving forward. We'll know that something will be in motion other than us sitting here while others are hunting down the gems that I know are sitting there waiting to be captured.
Plus side, one of them's on this death bridge. I will probably have to come back for later. So we know where one is.
We know where a quarter
gained
of
that.
the white gem is.
A quarter. He said 1/4.
That's still one of them.
Yep. Well, he also has part of it, and it seems to be pretty powerful. So.
I mean, we could ask him instead of taking him on the bridge, take us to that gem right now. We could do that.
So,
Fuck.
what shall it be? Go by yourselves, or make a pact with me.
Oh, there's also the implied threat of this, because he controls the bridge.
Because of the implication.
Because he controls the bridge,
That really was.
we're probably not escaping if we slight him by saying
because of the implication.
Or he'll show back up
trying to ride us
when
on-
you're all starving to death and
You're
ask
like-
us again.
Oh, I've already made it. And I fucking hate it. I'm so angry about it.
It sounds like Pug's ready to get cursed.
Yup. We're gonna have to kill some goblins.
And maybe some corrupt professors.
That's so fun.
And some rocks, which
I
we
think-
probably were going to do anyway.
Yeah, same. I think the consensus is we're in. Damn it.
You see a large smile emit in a bright red gaseous form, and then, great.
Oh god, don't do that again, please.
Now, have your curse. And he waves his hand in front of you, and all of you, down your forearm, from about the beginning of your wrist, all the way up to about your elbow, you see this name start being etched into it. Hang on one moment, hold.
Are they specific names?
Oh yeah, very specific.
Well, fuck. I'm lied to. Damn you, Wade.
Fuck! It is. Hang on. God, I got a lot of notes, I'm so sorry. Cassandra? Hang on. Isn't there a way? There it is. Because isn't it Control F? There it is. Cassandra Bolt. And you, as you start seeing this etched into your form, you notice as you see Cassandra and the V start forming, you immediately start panicking. You notice as you see this name, as you read upon it, this is one of the earlier teachers and one of your earlier keepers when you were on a basic early form of being like a warforged back in Hexwell, helping you learn in your early stages, almost in your child infancy.
Oh my god,
and
you
this
killed
was
your foster mama.
and this was your immediate teacher that probably taught you for the first 5-6 years before you started learning stuff. And as you see it, you just start having all these flashbacks of teacher, she's been there forever, she's all the connections that she has and how you've been with her, and you didn't notice anything that was evil about her, why is. And then he says, this will be your next target. She lies in Hexwell currently.
Written on all of us, just the one name.
Yep. I need this. And then you see a list, and all of the names go black, and the one glows reddish gold. She needs to be taken out. And I'm sure if you find her, you'll find the others. Bring me her sacrifice, and I shall give you a great power in return. Now, you wish to leave the bridge, yes? He turns, and all this swirl, the whole world, or the whole room swirls, and then he rolls back and he grabs this black gem and it swirls with white and reddish embers inside of it.
Well, you just signed us with the devil, so we might as well get that goddamn gem. It's our whole quest,
If you wish to leave the bridge, I can take you to the end of Cryptic's Cross, to Cryptic's Passage, or Hexwell, right at the beginning.
Should we go get the white gem?
Or I can take you back towards Geo.
No.
No, we'll come back.
We'll come back.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come back here at some point.
That's true. All right, let's get out of here.
Maybe when we're stronger, we'll fight a dragon.
Is the white gem close to Hexwall?
On the bridge.
Close to Hexwall?
It's in between G.
It's on the Let's see who's trying.
So
Let's see who's trying.
we got a guy who can just get us there.
Yeah.
So we just come back
He
here.
doesn't really have a concept of like
We just come back here.
the bridge is
and
just like one instance
Right.
for this.
At
map.
any point, if we want to go fight a dragon to get a quarter of a white gem, we just come here, and then we just boop. Hey, we're gonna go fight that dragon for you. Let's go.
He already offered us that job.
Yeah, that's on the tape. Alright, kill.
All right, let's go. Let's get out of this wonderful, lovely place.
To Hexwall.
Now he's gotta kill his mom.
After a moment, you see the whole room swirl in a white, blackish, emberly smoke, and then everybody swirls, and in a moment, you guys leave. After about, I'd say, 3 or 4 seconds, you guys feel your bodies transverse through. As you do so, you feel your bodies leave the passageway. You, in a moment, rip out and are brought to the end of a bridge. You see standing right before you, snow everywhere. Thick white. You're in about 1.5 to 2 feet of snow. Everywhere around is completely covered. Behind you, you see nothing but a thick fog, as the bridge is now behind where you have gone. As you stand before you, you see nothing but a white wall of snow leading upwards towards a small passage where you see people on horseback moving. You guys are brought outwards and you see a decent sized dead tree. As you guys are brought here, you see this large green orb, this entity, this woman appear off in a distance. The same woman in which you saw as she orbs and appears in. You hear her voice echo in a large, boisterous voice, louder, predominant more than just a normal voice, magically attuned with something as it echoes through. Why have you come? I sense the demonic presence that have brought you here. Why are you here? And you see her staff in a huge wave of just magic flowing behind her, wielding in her hand, waiting to unleash it.
This is the dark. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Holy shit!
The chick with the white streak in her?
Yep, this is like, this one the fucking shit showed up. 5 seconds! Thanks, Wayne!
So
Both options were bad.
both options were 100% bad.
Yeah, I know.
There was no winning choice.
Hi, hello.
And she's standing here. What are you called? What is your names and your group's name?
But we never came up with a goddamn group name.
Alright, I got one.
Told you. What?
I said, hold on, I got it. I got one.
Speak! As she yells off into the distance.
I
You see this magic just swirling around her.
We are the Gem Finders.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, it's the greatest
It's a,
thing ever.
it's a little on the nose.
It's a little on the nose, yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
very on the. So hi, hello.
And she
Ignore
looks-
him.
Yes.
I'm gonna be frank.
Yes.
My name is Orem. Yeah. We received invitations via pigeon, bird of some kind.
And she says that. Yes. And you hold that up and she. Good. Is that the summoning?
it
Yes.
is.
You have 3 potential. Well, I was already a student.
And you see the magic
So
kind
was
of
I.
swirl down for a moment. She then and teleports it, and it and she. Well then, why did you have demonic presence?
So
That bridge sucks.
to get
And she kind of points off, and then she grips her staff, and you see almost like a whitish knuckle appearance through.
We lost 2 guys. It was pretty awful. There's ogres.
yeah, and so essentially it was
Killed a ghost thing.
bead bound
to a demonic presence, or continue in a labyrinth, essentially, of death traps. So we took the safer, quote unquote, option. I'm not particularly happy about it.
She starts slowly approaching as she makes her way here. Now you can see a woman, most likely in her 70s, but she's very aged and magically attuned. You can see it flowing through her veins. Her eyes are almost shifting with colorful presence and power. You see it embrace her teal and gold, or excuse me, her greenish teal with yellow embroidered gown. I am with the Hexwell Heretics. We have been.
That's her actual name. That surprised me too.
I thought he was.
I thought heretic was subjective.
Oh no, darling. We have just taken on the name.
Oh, okay.
After being called it for so long, after you see her wield the magic, many of us thought us to be heretics in the early ages, so we have kept them. So, I have... And she kind of bows a little bit. I'm sorry that I've met you in this manner. Please, let us head towards town and let's see. And she kind of looks and she sees Pug and some of you just splattered with a little bit of blood, and Pug is just kind of distraught, still in the fucking bag.
Hail.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask her
PTSD.
what's your name?
And she looks around. Oh God, I have it. Hang on. I need
Oh God, I don't remember my name. Let me look at my own notes.
She's important.
I remember all my magic, but my name, shit.
I have dementia, but I remember the magic very well.
See, alliteration is key to a good group name. Hexwell Heretics. I'm telling you, we need something with some alliteration.
Oh God.
You guys are trying to.
You might have to give
We
me a
could go back
second.
to the OG, the Merry Men.
Merry Men. See, it has a Merry Men alliteration.
Easy.
Gem guys.
Look, I'm the one that's actually trying to come up with names here. You guys are just like, all the time, so I don't hear shit. And the Barry's just like, I've had it. This has been bullshit for this last day now. I'm all pissed off and annoyed.
Orlando.
Why don't we name ourselves the Curse?
My name is with an A. Orlando.
What?
Orlando.
Yeah, okay.
Orlando.
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 Yep, that's a good way. Like Orlando. Just with an A instead of Orlando. Now, I am a protector of these lands of Hexwell, and these being your first footsteps here, I must make sure that the land is safe. We take our precautions here in Hexwell very serious, but it is really a great land. She turns and you notice that her demeanor somewhat shifts, and now not only does she kind of lighten up a little bit, but she turns. So, as you guys have made your way here, are you ready to maybe go have some food and a drink and clean up and have a rest before we really talk about what your business is here?
That, milady, is the best goddamn thing I've heard in a long time. Let's go!
We were on the bridge for like 3 hours.
Actually, as you guys now look and you guys say that, she turns and she says, "Oh, that was impossible. You were on the bridge.
It
You
felt
were
like 3 hours.
easily there 2 weeks.
Oh, shit.
That might be a rocks off the trail. There's no
We-
problem with that. I don't
We
mind.
have traversed this passage only once and only made it part of the way. And an hour was equivalent to almost 3 or 4 days. We noticed this when
Nice.
we tried
That's
to
neat. Time dilation bridge.
That is quite nice.
we tried to take some of our scholars there once, and we were there for almost a month. Only on 2 bridges trying to ascertain the magical purposes, but we couldn't. When we came back, we realized that some of our loved ones had aged almost a full year. Now, And she turns, let's go to town, and she engulfs the entire party in this orb, and you guys just lift off the ground, and you guys start moving almost in like a fast pace, not teleporting, just like just bubble orbing through the land. You guys travel for about 5 minutes, and as she's doing so, you guys see an engulfed land with complete snow. You see some completely flat, I mean almost mechanically made flat, some architecturally made with huge mountainous regions. She tells you, the land is changing due to certain inventions we are working on. The groundscape here is always changing to suit whatever those inventions are. Our architecture of the land is never the same, for those of you that have never been here. Now, it is winter season, which means not only is it cold, it is very cold. You guys notice, without this orb, just when you guys were standing there, you guys were starting to freeze. It's probably -50, easy. As you guys are standing here, you notice really...
Do I get hypothermia?
You want it.
You're a skeleton.
You guys notice that just by looking as you're traversing, that there are huge magical equipment pieces that are constructing the land. Some are shooting off beams, just confetti-ish, magical, like almost eruptions off in the distance as you see different types of, I'd say, inventions being worked on. You see storms capsulated in certain regions. You guys teleport almost in like a controlled environment as she points off. Those are the storm lands. We capture storms, recreate them, and try and make sure that we can understand them entirely. And then we bottle them, controlling them and hoping to release them, making storm farms, harvesting them and creating them when we need them. Much power can be drawn from the electric from some of these. As she turns, you notice that there are different basic amalgamations of just inventional landscapes that dive and dip. And then after a couple, I'd say seconds, after about a 5-minute travel, you start descending down. You look upon the ground and you see that there's a small village that after a few seconds the snow kind of subsides down and you get to about ground level and you can see all of the small buildings. This is Cryptic's cross. We call it Cryptic's Pass due to the old mage that was lost. He was banished here many years ago, and we know that he lives on the bridge still. Now, let us go and get some food, and we'll speak after you guys have a quick rest. Now, is there anything you guys wish to do? I will tell you, you guys are at the entry point, and from what you can tell from where you have been teleported, you are in this small area of a district. As I show you this, you see that there are different marked buildings that are around an area that is completely snow covered, And as she has brought you all in, she's done so, and it looks as if people don't even notice. As she reveals the orb, people don't even, they're passing by in the streets, nobody seems to have seen you. It looks as if this magical, whatever orb this is, has blocked your passage. As she drops, she says, get some rest, get some drink and some food in you, and we shall meet back at this building right here. And she points, and there's an inn. You can't see the name of it, and then she marks it on the back with a white X. I need you to go in here, stay the night. We'll meet in the morning. As you now notice, it is almost, I'd say, late dusk, starting to become late night. She turns. Oh, and don't say that you were with me. And she turns. We'll speak of that in the morning. You all need to rest.
Fair enough. Alright, kick the door.
Yeah, you feel and the orb goes by, and you see her just dissipate as her arm waves over herself. Now, do you guys wish to go in and stay? You guys can do whatever. You guys are in town. I will tell you that this is like a pretty decent, smallish town. This is just where she dropped you off.
Is there anything in the I don't think so.
I need a rest. I'm fucking injured. Got one spell slot left. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Alright.
I just rest.
Okay, so you guys make your way around to the inner part. As you guys walk around to the beginning of where this establishment is, you look up and you see on the nameplate of this establishment, the Battle Bar.
Oh.
As you look, you hear tons of sounds of people slamming around before you even enter.
Oh, of all the places.
Pug kind of looks at you and then... So I'm going in there. You guys open the door and as you enter, you see this huge tavern. People, hey, jumping around, all people, and then in the center, it looks as if 4 tables have been slammed together and people are on top of them, and there's an elf and a huge humanoid just bouting and duking it out, slamming each other in the face. You see blood splattered all around the floor and on each part of the tops, and then there seems to be this small, I'd say, basic looking dwarf female that seems to greet you guys as you walk in. She... Huh?
That's like fucking dwarves every time.
Oh, that's right, dude. She turns and as she looks in...
surprised that most of the innkeepers, which are establishments that serve alcohol, are primarily staffed and owned by dwarves.
Now, and I actually have a model for this one.
That's weird.
Because, yeah.
That's racist.
Now.
The world's racist.
Wade, everybody you meet is racist.
That's just going on like, you're racist. I don't think you understand what that word means.
So, you guys make it, and as you guys enter, you see a female dwarf. She comes up dressed in red and holding on with this, I'd say, little vest that is red, and she comes up. Oh, well, hi there, my name's Alice, and I'm just standing in here. I normally serve at the Ruby Record over down in, Geom, but currently I'm standing here. Welcome to the Battle Bar. And, and you see a dart just go whizzing over her head. There's a lot of commotion tonight as most of the miners and some of the students got out early. But what are you looking for?
What's going on over there?
Well, that's about.
People fighting.
If you have any quarrels with anybody or you wish to just throw in some coin, you can enter.
Sounds fun to me.
It is, but they slug it out to let's say almost to death. Gotta be careful over there. Good old Grundle Barnesbeard, he'd be knocking people out left and right.
Which one is he?
And you look over and there's literally this smallish half-orc, possibly even dwarvish mixture of a man, as you see with knuckles that are calloused over, and you see wraps upon him, and he's just slamming ale, and you see 2 huge, tusk-like teeth coming out of the bottom of his lip, as he just sits back with huge black braids with a softish greenish kind of tannish skin tone, with a dullish red tone to his eyes. That'd be him over there. He hasn't lost in about 7 years. He was one of the students, and you do not want to mess with him. You will lose. Easily put. But if you mess with some of the other ones, or maybe, say you're looking for a fight, I'm sure that someone would bout with you. But you would have to have some coin. Or at least a good reason to fight them. If it's justified, we can skip all the diplomacy and skip the High Council and just settle it in the Battle Bar! And as she says it, the whole place is like, Battle Bar!
I'm just gonna say, good to know.
So, what'll it be?
I'm trying to rest.
Oh, need a room, man.
We need rooms, yes.
Probably 3, 2, 4, 1. You guys staying in each? Probably 2, 3 rooms?
2's fine.
Okay, I can do that for about, we'll do it for 5 silver. You guys seem like you had a rough day. So, just a silver per.
Okay.
And,
You're gonna pay the whole thing?
you guys...
Yeah. Okay.
You guys need anything else? I can have some drinks brought up.
I need a drink. I'm just like bags under there. I'm like, I need a drink.
Don't
No.
worry. I've had plenty of tips for the night. I'll bring a round up to each one of the rooms. If you don't drink them, I'll come by in about 30 minutes and I'll gather them. So, is there anything else?
What time is it?
It's about midnight-ish. It's late night. Yeah, it's deep into the night. Yeah.
Straight to bed.
Oh, I'm
I'm
so
gonna look over at the bar and be like,
I'm sitting down there and just like,
Puck's just like, come on now. We should really go to bed. She told us.
no, I'm gonna be like, after what happened last time, I'm just gonna be like,
I'm not gonna throw up today.
Oh,
Not gonna get drunk.
when I
pass out,
got
naked.
shamed the whole time.
Oh,
Shame!
Stuck up to the book. Straight down.
Orem will follow them up to the room. He'll set his pack down, but then he will head back down to the bar. He will find himself a corner,
Okay.
and he will sit and he will people watch
Just watch. Okay,
for quite some time.
hours. So,
and then,
throughout the night life eventually?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just kind of passive mode. She kind of looks over and you notice that Ellis, and she just doesn't, and she goes on. Every once in a while after the night's pretty much done, you notice as you look around, people are coming in and out, but then it dies down. People get pushed out, a couple people knocked out, they get drug out and then slung up on the road. Nothing really happens.
Where was our room?
You guys are just upstairs in the second story. There's about, from what you can tell, 20, maybe 25 rooms. You guys are just 1, 2, 3 down the row.
How many windows?
In your room, 1 room per each. Yeah, just 1 in each room. So as you guys are in, there's a bed enough for 2 people, or even 1 on the floor, or whatnot if you wanted to. You guys have a good night's rest, and then you guys
I wanted to
go ahead.
make sure that set up something to where if somebody tried to come in the window,
Okay, you can set up I'd say.
something that's touching my body. The way if it moves, is there anything
I don't know. What do you got?
wooden board? I don't know. I have a rope. I mean,
Well, you know what you could try to do? What's in the room?
I mean, he's got a small bookshelf with basic bed, small little nightstand,
Is there anything anything small in there? Some little...
books.
I'll just put the bookshelf up to the window.
Yeah, you can.
Whoever's rooming with me.
I'm just sitting there,
okay with
I'm
that.
just sitting there meditating, after drinking, I'm just in this.
Because the only way in is they would have to push the bookshelf. Not sure it's
I'm just
wake me up.
fucking eyes open, it's just glass breaking sound, bloodshot,
Just because that woman was a little sketchy.
I'm just what
As it moves.
are you doing?
So after a few moments,
I'm not going to say anything, just huff at him.
nothing happens. For the most part of the night, you guys go through and you guys have a good rest. It seems to be a very safe area. You don't hear much. It's very quiet. You guys hear in the morning a distant noise of a soft ring, almost as if alarming that the sun is rising. You've never heard this, but some of you students kind of remember being in, I'd say, a studio or an academic area that this is a normal thing in Hexwell. That at the earliest sunrise, you hear just this slow, almost a hum, just aligning everybody, letting them know, hey, it's daytime. At this point, you guys wake, and what do you guys do? Now, you guys were told by the girl to meet down here in the morning. I'm not saying you guys have to, just
By
letting
the
you know.
White X.
In the back, in the alley.
Well, we got a meeting to go to.
Alright.
And I got an arcane focus to buy. And some lady to kill. So, let's get on with it.
I just gave Gilbert a glare, let's get it done.
Alright, so
Can I
without...
see the alley from my window?
No. You guys' rooms are
Put a
kind of...
bookshelf in
You guys
front,
are,
you can't see
yeah,
shit.
you guys are overlooking that way.
Tries to look over the top of the bookshelf. Tilts it to the side.
Keep watching the meeting.
You can go out on the road and kind of check it out if you wish to before you guys go there. Alright, so you guys give me a perception check, or give me an investigation check because you're just kind of looking around, checking out to see if there's anything. And you look around, nothing out of the ordinary that you can tell.
It's a fucking alley dog.
Yeah.
No,
So-
that's the check.
So you're not sure. You guys head down the alley, it's early morning. You guys see the X is still there. After, I'd say about 5 minutes, you wait, quite unsure of if this female is actually still going to show. Another 10 minutes go by, and then you finally see this. And after a moment, you see this female as she stands back once more in front of you. You see her. She seems to be out of breath, somewhat almost coming to an end after a quick jog or some sort of distressed motion.
Are you quite alright?
Oh, so, not really. I have some discerning news. Okay. There is something that is happening in Hexwell. We'll talk about it in a moment, but, why have you all come here? Let's make this somewhat quick. I have something to tell you, and I need to know what your intentions are.
For the invitation.
So there's a plethora of reasons. Primarily, for me, it was the fleeing of the Rocks family. We're not exactly friends. I was kind of getting tired of being hunted. I have associates in Hexwell. We've been extended an invitation as students. Typically, students have a modicum of protection, I assume, from the Hexwell.
They do, especially here. I will tell you that Hexwell is one of the most guarded and safest places from the Rocks family. We have magic, and since I'm part of the heretics, I can tell you that they don't like us quite much, as we ward them off. They are not allowed to enter our land without permission, not even pass through it without notice of at least a day in advance. That is for any militaristic advancements. If we find that there are, let's say, suspicion of people sneaking into our borders, we handle them. You should be safe here from the Rocks. That is an issue. It shouldn't be anymore. At least, unless something more alarming happens, but by then I'm sure all of Hexwell will know. Shouldn't be harmed by them.
That's good.
That is quite nice.
What else? And you see Pug. The gems. I am here for gems. I've wanted to know. He turns. He has one. We have found one, and I need to know if there are more located and if they are real. We've heard many of different colors, and I have been told stories. I am a lapidary, and as he says that, she looks at him, and he turns and he shows her the sheath of his weapon, not the actual sword, the sheath of it, and she looks and she, one of the lapidaries. Yes. He turns and looks at her. I am one of the Moonlights. I knew and studied under Rennoc Draconius's studies. Those were passed down to me. I have his workings. She looks at him very seriously. So, one comes to flee the Rocks, another for the mythical gems that were only legend. Why do the rest of you come?
I was invited.
The incantations. You wish to go to the academies. I understand that. What about you, Elf? Why have you traveled here?
Because I gave this man an oath, and I'm here to see it done.
So you all are traveling, known as the Gem Finders.
It's a work in progress.
We're working on that.
The Merry Men.
It's a work in progress.
So, now I will share some information with you, now that I know more why you are here.
That's not bad, right? It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not a bad name, right? I like it. It's not bad.
Just say it. Just say it.
How do we do Moonlight?
So as you guys look
It's a work in
around,
progress.
you notice that
Moonlight movies.
she turns and looks, and then she dodges around the alley, making sure there's nobody around. I've just come from an important meeting with one of my associates. We have had a discussion. He tells me that there are certain professors, certain teachers we have been following for a little while now, but we met them at a meeting place. They were hooded. They came from the students of Hexwell, possibly professors as well. 4 in all traveled. We followed them. They met up with these dragonborn individuals, hooded, red and golden in scale. As we followed and looked at them, we saw these exchanges being made. Large machinery. I knew that I had to come back as I promised this meeting, but I should have stayed. I should have seen what was really going on there. My associate, he stayed, but he feared for his life, so he fled quickly after. But we know that something is going on with some of these professors, and we think that one of the leaders might be Cassandra Volt. We notice that she has been sending many students down to this certain, teacher, this education that she has been newly bringing on some of the students, this secret program of adventurous students that she keeps going on about how they're pursuing something great. She's elected certain teachers and students of the light to help her. We think she has something to possibly do with this. After a moment's notice, we left, when to be discovered. Now, we're wondering what people are, who they are. They are all here in Hexwell. If there's a coup happening during the elections, a lot is going on. But we know that some of the teachers and some of the students definitely have their hand in whatever evil makeshift things are happening here, and are also happening with the abominations and rocks. There seems to be some sort of connection. There's no reason that we should be dealing with these inventional machines around the same time as the abominations are at their peak, at their worst. Seems to be oddly aligning in my eyes. At that moment, you hear people in the streets as it's early. You see people moving through, people gathering. And at that moment, she turns, I must go. There's a crowd. She turns and she goes invisible. At this moment, you guys make your way softly out of the alleyway, inconspicuously moving your way forward. As you do so, you see a small caravan making their way down to one of the small bookshops where there seems to be a book signing starting to be formed. At first glance, you guys kind of notice some of your teachers. You would know that you once studied under an ink writer. You're quite unsure of the name right off the top, but you recognize his face. Gildor, you recognize part of the faculty members as you are. You notice some of these members as they're walking. It's been years, 6, maybe 7 years, but you notice them. You've seen them, or at least posters or pictures of them. As you walk through, you notice that this almost audience that is forming in front of this large table out in front of this bookstore seems to be for a certain person. A caravan makes its way up as you see these horses trotting in front, and then the crowd, here she comes. The door, as it swings open, and out you see, dressed in like a purple black gown with a hat, she starts waving and smiling. Down steps Cassandra Volt. You notice her immediately, Orm, as she steps out, almost looking unaged entirely. As she steps out, she waves, smiles, and she goes and she starts signing a couple books and she starts waving. And
Is this a human?
Looks to be, yes, from what you can tell. He knows that she's not all human. She's mixed with either an elf or possibly some other being, but within your early atomic state, you're not exactly sure. In your recollection of her now seeing her, she looks the same. You're not 100% sure, but she looks to be human. As you both kind of peer off and you guys are barely kind of inching your way out of the alleyway, she almost in an instant turns and you see her eyes dart off in the direction of where you guys are all standing, and she looks immediately at the group, almost as if ascertaining that you guys are here. She then darts her eyes back and you see a slight smile on her face, and then very loudly she says, "Oh, thank you all for coming to my book signing. I hope you all have enjoyed the book and hope you all plan on enrolling in this semester's new class. I see that we have many new students and professors that wish to join, and I wish to take you all under my wing and grow my new academic posture within Hexwell. As she smiles, she turns and she locks eyes immediately with you. And for a moment, she kind of thinks she notices you. And that's where we're going to end today's session. And next week, we'll pick up here with her outside of the book store having her book signing.
Just grab her and say his name.
Yeah,
out of the crowd.
We just fucking bull rush her. We just bull rush her and fucking grapple her and just tease it.
Yell the name.
Everyone grab their
Immediately
money! We're getting out of here!
God.
But yeah, we'll start there next week.
Fucking 5 idiots bum rush a celebrity, grab her, scream,
Cryptic!
scream the magic word.